Masters Heating and Cooling. They'll take care of your HVAC and help you out 24/7. Call 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Cat sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
You've got traffic at 305. Here's Matt Bear.
Southbound 65, 70 slow. North split to the south split delayed 2 minutes. Northbound 65 slows from Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction. South side, eastbound 465, stop and go traffic before I-65 to Arlington Avenue, and on the east side, southbound 465 slow from 70 down to Washington Street. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under, free. Get your tickets now at ihra.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Those showers and storms come to an end tonight, mostly cloudy, lows near 70. And then on Wednesday, we'll look for a partly to mostly cloudy sky, lower humidity values, and cooler temps, highs near 81, near normal for the end of the work week. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
This is a severe weather alert from the Chapman Heating and Air Conditioning Storm Desk.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Rush, Shelby, and Decatur counties until 3:58 p.m. That is Rush, Shelby, and Decatur counties until 3:58 p.m. We will keep an eye on this throughout the afternoon. The Hammer and Nigel show starts right now.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it!
Hammer, all eyes, the world's eyes on Washington yesterday. And Trump's big meetings with Zelensky from Ukraine, having to do with the meeting with Trump's, Trump's counterpart in Russia.
Pootie
Tang. And sounds like things went well yesterday. I mean, for God's sake, the Italian prime minister was there. We went over this yesterday. British prime minister Macron was there.
Zelensky had a suit on, for Christ's sake. That's how you know it was big.
Why was the Finnish president there, Alexander Stubb? I guess because Finland I think it borders Russia. So anyway, I think it's getting good reviews. Mainstream media is going to make it look like it's Trump and all his bullies trying to get Zelensky to give up land, but I didn't get that feeling from Zelensky yesterday.
And even though Zelensky, when asked, hey, what are you looking for from the United States? Is it troops on the ground? Is it weapons? Is it money? He said everything. Which kind of, opened a lot of eyes in the room. Trump has made it perfectly clear. He has said no U.S. boots on the ground in Ukraine.
Yeah, plus we're manufacturing all the military-grade weapons and then they're being purchased. We're not doing this for free anymore.
Right.
No more money over there. No more money going over there, man. You guys, look, we've been giving you, the past administration has given you billions and billions of dollars over. We don't even know where half of it is. I'm being hyperbolic. Half might be the wrong, but we don't even know where it went.
Correct.
All right. There's no oversight whatsoever. So we're going to build just some military equipment, and then we're going to sell it to NATO, and then they're going to give it to you.
Right.
And
they all want to be Mr. Helper. Right? If they could be the character in Back to School, Sam Kinnison's teacher. Well, I didn't know you want to get in the discussion, Mr. Helper. That's the EU right now, the European Union, especially that little weasel Macron. They want to be Mr. Helper. They want the free dinners at the White House. Well, those aren't free anymore. You need to start paying a little bit to help your buddies out. It's not a free ride from the United States anymore. And we talked about this yesterday, Nige. The phrase I keep hearing is 2 weeks. So per the White House, President Trump says he is going to broker some meeting between Pootie Tang and Zelensky within the next 2 weeks. And then a guy who I think you thought just came along for a free dinner, the Finnish president, He's at the big dinner, and he brings up 2 weeks as well, but he does it in a different context.
In the past 2 weeks, we've probably had more progress in ending this war than we have in the past 3.5 years. And I think the fact that we're around this table today is very much symbolic in the sense that it's Team Europe and Team United States.
So 2 weeks, 2 weeks of great progress, 2 weeks until another big meeting. Again, we're seeing the money pit play out in real time.
How long do you think all that'll take? 2 weeks.
Any idea when you're going to be finished here?
2 weeks.
How long will it take to put this place together?
2 weeks. I do get the permits. How long will the job take? 2 weeks. 2 weeks? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. You sound like a parakeet there. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I mean, honestly, he did get a good deal on that mansion.
He did. Got a good deal.
Honest.
Got a great deal. But when the bathtub goes crashing through the ceiling,
Sure.
I think I'm out at that point.
Yeah, and that's kind of the analogy we're using right here. Like, either Trump is going to be successful in facilitating this whole thing, or he's not. Either way, we're out of this.
Right.
Like we'll build you all the military equipment you want, and we'll sell it for a profit to NATO, and then you guys can handle it, because this is not in our national security interests in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. To keep
Or
dealing with
Pootie
it.
Tang refuses to stop, i.e. the bathtub crashes through the ceiling, Trump stands over it, laughs, and everybody moves on with their lives.
I've never had so many money pit references in a segment in radio in all my life. I love it.
I like when the digital staff tells us, now, I know you guys make a lot of movie and TV references, but some of them are pretty old. Well, these are the movies we watched growing up, right? It's kind of the movies we relate to. Big news from both of our professional sports franchises today. The Indianapolis Colts have announced their starting quarterback for this season, and it's not Anthony Richardson.
Oh,
Danny Dimes is in, baby. Daniel Jones has won the Colts starting quarterback competition. Here is head coach Steichen talking about why they decided to go and make this announcement now.
Well, I think, we got 3 weeks for our first game, and I think it's fair to the team that they know who their starting quarterback's going to be, and they get those reps this week in practice and the following week and getting into game week. So there's just clarity at that position.
So what do you think here, Nige? Danny Dimes over Anthony Richardson. Does it even make a difference?
Might not make a difference. I'm probably a better game manager. You keep on hearing those words over and over again each season when we're talking about these kinds of quarterbacks. I think it's important to note that, like Anthony Richardson, just can't throw the ball.
No.
He's got a cannon arm. Don't get me wrong. There's a difference, right?
Right. Cannon arm, great athlete, big, strong dude. But anybody that watched him in Florida knows he can't read a defense really well, and he can't make the basic throws. He can chuck it 60 yards down the field, which is why Alec Pierce has had so much success with the Colts, but he can't move the chains on third down.
And he doesn't do things like, I was texting my buddy Dylan. Dylan Gandy is a really good friend of mine. Was on the Colts Super Bowl team, played special teams and offensive line, coaches offensive line for Zionsville. And he said he's a great game manager, and huge things like making sure we're calling the right run call.
Talking about Danny Dimes here?
Yeah, talking about Danny Dimes. Huge things like making sure we're in the right run call, pass protection. That stuff matters a ton, but doesn't show up in the stats column. So the intangibles.
Right. So get ready for dink and dunk, and that's what you're going to see.
I actually had in my other
fantasy players, get that Colts tight end.
My other neighbor Scotty said this may not age well, but I think we might win our division with Jones.
That won't age well, I don't believe. But my fear, and hear me out, my fear is that the Colts will win somewhere between 7 and 8 games, which is good enough for purgatory. Not quite good enough to win the division, but you won't have a good draft pick to draft your next quarterback, and you get stuck picking at like 10 or 11 in the draft. And then, the LSU kid's off the board. Arch Manning's off the board if he comes out. We don't know if he is or not. But that's the problem. You don't want to be in purgatory.
Could Danny Dimes beat the Miami Dolphins, their first game?
Possibility, because the Dolphins are down a little bit too. But the first 6 games of the Colts, I think if you split those, you got a chance. Because the schedule's not too hard for the first 6. After that, it goes a little more difficult for the Colts. But, yeah, Daniel Jones is the guy. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit. The Pacers announced they've signed head coach Rick Carlisle to a multi-year extension. I'm good with this. I think Rick Carlisle gets the absolute most out of the talent that he's got. He's got an NBA championship ring on his resume.
And he'll be here when
Halliburton comes back.
Halliburton is back.
Yeah. So I like the deal. I like that. Bring him back for a couple more years. Right guy for this team. Before we hit a break here, Nige, if you need a reason to drink tonight, happy 79th birthday. 79 to former President of the United States, Bill Clinton.
Oh, this is one fine day to be nude.
Come on.
Yeah, this is one fine day to be nude. The birds are saying, Clinton, have a wonderful spring. And people walking by can stop and look at my thing.
79 years old, Slick Willie. Wow. And I was able to pull some strings, Nige. I've got contacts. He couldn't be here in person today.
Okay.
And he didn't have time to call the show.
Sure.
But AI Bill Clinton left us a message, and I think he has his eyes on a certain cast member on this program.
Hey there, Allison. How are you, sweet thing? If you're not busy later on, maybe I can send Hillary out of town to kill someone, and you and I can hang out. If you do decide to stop by, just remember, there's a good possibility that I might not be wearing any pants.
Sure.
I have a vast cigar collection and have been known to make some white water, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
Call me sometime. AI Slick Willie out.
See? Look at that, Allison.
Vast cigar selection.
Dreams come true.
Two straight days. Presidents have taken a shot at you.
Yeah.
God, we need a camera on Allison because her face during that whole segment was priceless.
You should have heard the things I had to cut out of AI Bill Clinton, by the way. Hey, Matt Baer, what's going on?
What's happening, everybody? Southbound 6570 stop and go traffic. North split down to the south split, delayed 3 minutes. Eastbound 70 slow to the south split from Harding Street. South side northbound 65 drags from Raymond into the south split. That is a construction zone. And on the south side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic after 31 over to Emerson Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Speedway. Got one of those days that never stops. Try a stop at Speedway. Refresh the vibe with 69 cents large big gulp drinks. Speed rewards app required. Valid through 8/26/25. See you up for full terms. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Refresh the vibe.
I like that. Look at that accent you broke out right there.
That's what I got from Matt. Refresh the vibe.
Almost Borat-like. Very nice. 87 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Again, National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Rush, Shelby, and Decatur counties until 3:58. When we come back, we got some booze news. We got Jeff Boggs on the way.
Yay.
And Boggs today, he's going to host a game where we give away tickets to see Luke Bryan.
His nemesis.
I like where this show is heading. Come on back. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46.
The National Weather Service in Indianapolis has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Rush County, northeastern Decatur County, until 3:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 3:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles south of Rushville, or 16 miles east of Shelbyville, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Milroy and Clarksburg. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 3:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following counties in Indiana, Decatur, and Rush.
No water at the hottest time of the year. Keep your summer parties, plants, and water going strong. C&J, just great people. 317-852-WELL.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique, custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Hey, check out that bank account. Do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? Hopefully it's not all stuffed under your mattress, and hopefully you're not going to put all that money in the stock market because you have really no idea what's going to happen with it. But you could make a smart move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
So if you invest $200,000, you get an upfront $40,000 bonus. Now we're talking about $240,000. That's $240,000 that could earn 10% or $24,000 the first year. So by the end of the first year, that original $200K could be $264,000. Don't take my word for it. Talk to the man himself, Bill Demery, your retirement guy. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, 317-648-5120.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday at Nature Spire, Carmel's only plant boutique. Plants, moss art, and more. Register to win the Classic Pumpkin Package giveaway. 421 South Range Line.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
You set them up and I'll knock them back, Lloyd. One by one.
We are gonna read Booze News, cause it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Nigel presents Booze News, Booze News. Yeah. Time for Booze News.
I love that look Hammer just gave me. I don't know.
Chaos, baby, chaos.
Booze News. Did you see this? Holy God almighty, a commercial airline pilot arrested at the airport after failing a sobriety test before takeoff.
Oh.
He was videotaped talking about just having, quote, a few beers the night before. It's always a few beers, isn't it?
Right. And it's the night before, too.
The night before. So here's some audio of the camera here.
You doing okay? Yeah, fine. When was the last time you had something to drink? Last night. About how many hours ago? Like 10 hours ago, at least. How many drinks did you have? A few beers.
There it is.
Define a few beers.
A few beers.
Define a few beers.
Like 3?
Narrator, it was more. Because he failed the field sobriety test.
Could you imagine, like, you're getting on the gate, you're walking down the tunnel, and the guy, your pilot's, like, sticking his finger to his nose and standing on one leg and taking, like, the sobriety, like, the field sobriety test. And
looking at your wife, honey, is that our pilot?
There is in no way, shape, or form, if he had 3 beers 10 hours before, that he's okay, that he's good, right?
That he's drunk.
That he's drunk.
Right.
He's drunk. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think if that was the case, he'd be fine. But he was more like Whip Whitaker.
Right.
He was like from Flight, Denzel's character.
And if you're scrolling through the airport and they can smell you and you're impaired, that's not just a couple of beers. You were drinking that day, right? 3 beers 10 hours ago, nobody smells on you.
It's gone. Yeah,
right.
It's out of your system.
Which brings us to great moments in couple of beers history. This was the Saturday Night Live sketch where they came up with a pharmaceutical drug called couple of beers, and it really seemed to help Shane Gillis.
You wouldn't know it, but a few months ago, anxiety and depression were ruining my life. I was struggling at work. I was struggling as a father. Come on, Andrew, you can't be bad at school and sports. And struggling as a husband. I was at a real low point. That's when I talked to my doctor about a couple of beers. A couple of beers is a revolutionary medicine that treats anxiety and depression fast. And within minutes of taking it, I'm back to my old self. Andrew! I love you, buddy. You're the best in the whole world. And my confidence is through the roof. What are you guys laughing at? How stupid you are? Jay, you look freaking hot, man. You been doing like Pilates?
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. I'm just having a tough time adjusting to my new medication. A couple of beers is a clinically proven treatment for conditions like boredom, depression, winter, museum, hangovers, affair. And if you miss a dose of a couple of beers, don't worry. You won't. Brother, you will never miss a dose.
A couple of beers. Ask your pharmaceutical rep if it's right for you.
Oh, wow. I think alcohol does the exact opposite in terms of anxiety.
I don't know. Calms me down a little bit.
I guess if you drink a bottle of beer, a bottle of vodka a night, maybe that causes the anxiety. But a couple of beers, that takes the edge off.
It does. That's what you're looking for, too. Life is difficult.
Right.
Have a couple of beers and take the edge off. That's all we're saying. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Loved the job that Galaxy Concrete Coatings did on my garage floor so much that I recently had them back to do the concrete floor in that scary room in the basement, the utility room where the furnace is. I actually like going in there now. The coating looks fantastic. There's tons of different styles to choose from. The new coatings are 4 times stronger. They've got a lifetime warranty. So they worked a miracle in my garage and on my utility room floor. They can work a miracle for you. Check out Galaxy Concrete Coatings website, galaxyconcretecoatings.com, or call them 751-9070. Make sure to tell them Nigel sent you.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numbness, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Matt Scholke, chiropractic neurologist and board certified in neuropathy. What is neuropathy?
Neuropathy is nerve damage in the feet or hands.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
Absolutely, and we get amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, pain, or balance issues, call Dr. Scholke today for a free nerve damage screening. This screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for their specialized treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe, nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Simply call 463-400-3338. Act now. Call 463-400-3338 for your free nerve damage screening. 463-400-3338.
Why do so many foundation, basement, and crawl space companies ask for half your money up front? Could it be because that's easier to get than earning all your trust? At the Michaelis Corporation, they believe trust is earned, not demanded. That's why they do things differently. They start with a free inspection, no strings attached, to give you an honest assessment of what your home needs. No pressure, no surprises. When it's time for the work, they don't ask for a deposit or any upfront payment. Not a single dollar until the job is complete and you're 100% satisfied. That's how they've been earning trust for over 39 years. Whether it's sagging floors, moisture control, concrete repair, or a full crawl space encapsulation, you can count on Michaelis for repairs that last. Don't trust just anyone with your home. Choose the company that puts your trust first. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY today. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. The Michaelis Corporation, building trust beneath your feet.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Working hard to benefit it. Right now, you got cloudy skies and 82 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 3:30. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt telling reporters today that the Trump administration's federal takeover of D.C.'s police force is working to make the city safer.
While Democrats continue to coddle violent criminals, President Trump and this administration are focused on putting them behind bars and unapologetically standing up for the safety of law-abiding American citizens.
People are arguing that the crackdown is not supported by evidence and that the violent crime in D.C. is already at its lowest level in decades. Hurricane Aaron is a threat to North Carolina's Outer Banks, bringing dangerous rip currents and coastal flooding. The area is under a mandatory evacuation order, and people were told to leave by this morning. Aaron's maximum sustained winds over 100 miles an hour as it moves hundreds of miles near Hatteras, Cape Hatteras. AES Indiana wants to raise rates by $21 on top of a $9 increase already approved, and some Hoosiers are pushing back.
In Indianapolis at the West Perry Library on Monday, people telling regulators they want reliable electricity without the extra costs.
Some people who work multiple jobs can't make it here tonight to make their opinions heard.
That woman was one of the people at the public meeting. She told Wish TV.
So I think it's super important that if you can, please come, because companies like this, they just see numbers on a piece of paper.
There are 4 more public hearings scheduled. Ryan Hedrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The statewide average for gas in Indiana today is $3.17 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. News time, 3:32. Your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Zillow ranks Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen and are holding strong. Now is a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Maybe you want a fast, guaranteed, no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel it anytime. Sarah in Fountain Square said, after investing in a property in Fountain Square, I ran into some financial trouble and needed to sell the place fast for maximum dollars. I hired the Mark Dietel team and they were able to sell my property within weeks for over list price. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold or he'll buy it. Call Mark Dietel, 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
You've got WIBC traffic now with Matt Bear.
Southbound 6570 stop and go traffic north split down to the south split for a 3-minute delay. Eastbound 70 delayed 5 minutes Belmont into the south split. South side eastbound 465 slows from 31 over to Emerson Avenue. East side southbound 465 stop and go traffic 70 down to Brookville Road. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now employee owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Those showers and storms come to an end tonight, mostly cloudy, lows near 70. And then on Wednesday, we'll look for a partly to mostly cloudy sky, lower humidity values, and cooler temps, highs near 81. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Tara Hastings for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You got your hands up, you're rocking in my truck. You're
listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Nigel.
Jason Hammer right over there with a very special in-studio guest.
He's been a writer for some of your favorite television programs, including The Late Show with David Letterman. He's a Hoosier. He's got the IU Chewbacca t-shirt on today. Right. Jeff Boggs is here.
Boggs!
How are you?
Who do I talk to about not making my play-in music Luke Bryan? Like, was that an Allison decision? Hammer, did you decide that? That's insulting.
No, that was freelance Allison right there.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it after.
Hey, where are we at with Danny Dimes? Daniel Jones becoming the starting quarterback over Anthony Richardson.
It's kind of weird in this city right now. I was in the elevator with Query, and we were talking. I don't think anyone knows really what to say because it's two rough choices. Anthony Richardson, to me, I wish he would have been great. He's not. He's not going to be a great quarterback. So to me, I look, if I'm the head coach of this football team and I'm going to get fired if I don't make the playoffs this year, I look at those first 6 games and I say the only shot we have of making the playoffs is going at least 3-3 through the first 6. Otherwise, season over already. And from what I've seen and knowing Anthony's injury history and knowing that he was the lowest rated quarterback in the NFL last year, I go Danny Dimes because Danny Dimes has never played with this team. I'm told we have the best left guard in the history of football. We're giving him $22 million. I'm told our offensive line is good. I'm told our receivers are incredible. So give Danny Dimes a chance to drive the car, see what happens. What's the worst that can happen at this point?
Did he have as many weapons in New York when he played for the Giants as he does right now with the Indianapolis Colts?
No, one of his best receivers was a guy named Darius Slayton. I had him on my fantasy team. He wasn't that good.
The receivers were trash, but there was a guy named Saquon Barkley in his backfield.
Yeah, but their offensive line was terrible. Saquon is so good. He showed it going to Philly last year. Their defense was terrible. The New York Giants for the last 8 years have been a horrible team. So, listen, one part of me is like, why not just start Anthony and let it go horrible so we can start over?
Right.
But the other side of me is like, I don't want to give up in August.
But the worst thing you can do is be in that purgatory range of 7-8 wins where you're not crappy enough to get a marquee quarterback, but you're also not good enough to make the playoffs. That stinks.
And is that Daniel Jones? Is that gonna get us 7-10? Listen, we'll know after the first 6 weeks, but we just can't take ourselves out of it so early. And I think Steichen, everyone's talking about last weekend. Anthony Richardson had this throw, and it was called back, but he threw it to Gould, the 35-yarder.
Had good touch on the football on the sideline.
Had good touch.
Where the other guy on the other side of the field was wide open.
I posted the video twice. Anybody watching that sees Giddens or whoever on a wheel route who has a linebacker on him who can't keep up with them. It's an easy touchdown pass, and Anthony didn't see it. So that worries me.
Who are you more angry at right now? The scouts who clearly never watched Anthony Richardson at Florida. Like, there can't be a situation where I, as a Tennessee Vol fan who's watched a lot of SEC football, is right about Anthony Richardson and all these scouts are wrong. I knew he couldn't throw the ball, but nobody wanted to listen. Or are we still angry at Andrew Luck?
Oh, I'm still listen.
Wow. We're going back to that.
The whole article by Zach Kiefer, great timing on that, by the way, today. He is like stroking Andrew Luck, and we're supposed to feel sorry for him.
Who's Zach Kiefer? Is that Indy Star?
A writer. He used to be with the Star. I'm not sure if he still is or not.
Athletic.
I don't know, but he is like this glowing thing about Andrew Luck now and how he's happy and this and that. Well, I'm not happy. I'm sitting here deciding between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. So I am upset with. I'll always be upset with Andrew Luck. And by the way, he took the $26 million.
He did.
So, I mean...
Well, Irsay gave it to him.
Well, but he took it. So, and the scouts did a poor job. I will side, though, with the scouts because you never know. You
never know. He stunk the entire year at trying to read a defense.
Yeah, but that physical... The attributes that he has are incredible. It's just by now, it's year 3. And I don't think Anthony can play quarterback, especially last night when I'm watching a preseason game with Jaden Daniels, and the guy's electric. He's incredible. And then I see the Giants with Jackson Dart, and I'm like, I would trade every quarterback we have right now for a shot at Jackson Dart. And what was he, like the 25th pick?
Yes.
So it's not working.
Okay, but here's the thing, and we can move on. Is there any precedence for success for the situation that we're in right now? I know it's a unique situation, but is there anything that you could look back on, any team, any time that you could look back on like, oh, well.
I can look at the division because the division stinks, and that's
Okay.
your saving grace.
Well, and people are going to bring up Josh Allen. I've heard people go, well, Josh Allen is first year in the NFL. Look at Josh Allen in college, though. The guy was a stud in college. Anthony didn't have that. So I don't think there's any situation where Anthony suddenly becomes accurate. And if your job is throwing the ball, you know, it's not going to work with him. So
yeah, it's tough to be the number 4 pick in the draft when the scouts say, he has trouble throwing the ball.
It's like Major League when they go, throw him the deuce. You know, things go poorly quickly.
Jeff Boggs with us. So I need your opinion as a producer of these TV shows. Did you ever do a reality show where contestants are almost like tortured?
Yes.
Like Fear Factor?
Fear Factor or Biggest Loser or something like that.
I did a pilot for Fox, which I sold to Fox, which was Fear Factor, but for people who haven't slept in 24 hours. It was called Exhausted, and we shot the pilot, and it was almost too hard to watch. The people were miserable. I hired a little-known person named Ty Pennington to be the host.
Okay.
And Fox was like, we love this guy, and his energy juxtaposed with people who haven't slept in 24 hours who are now walking a balance beam between 2 buildings. It was entertaining. It was entertaining.
I think that's where the military got their idea for Al Qaeda and making them talk was your reality show.
It was torture, and sleep deprivation is fascinating. But yeah, I've done a few of them.
The reason I ask is I watched on Netflix this weekend, they have this documentary about the Biggest Loser. It's called Fit for TV, The Biggest Loser True Story. And I watched all 3 episodes of that. It's a quick watch. Each episode's only like 45 minutes.
Biggest Loser is like a competition to see who loses the most weight, right?
Yeah. Correct. And these were some big people. They were torturing this people. One woman almost died, and they're interviewing the producers, and they're like, what can you do? Like, it was wild,
Great
Jeff.
TV.
They didn't have my friend who was my co-executive producer on Nashville Star, Todd.
Your roommate.
No, not him.
Okay.
Why go back to it, Nigel? Why? My friend Todd was the executive producer of The Biggest Loser, so he has told me stories. I think all of these reality shows, whenever people watch them, even American Idol, even something that seems, kind of straightforward, American Idol, you just wouldn't believe what goes on behind the scenes. I mean, you have soulless producers who literally will do anything to push people
get good TV
to their limits. I don't know if you remember this show, but there was one, I think it was called Who's Your Daddy, and it was a girl who had to try to figure out who her real birth parents were. And this is where we were. Do you remember Are You Hot? Lorenzo Lamas and very attractive people would come up on stage and he'd have a laser pointer and say, well, here's something wrong with you. Like that, reality is really, really gross. So everything you probably watched in that documentary is true. But I watched another show about Extreme Home Makeover, the nice feel-good hit for ABC.
Right.
I was with the same company, Endemol, when they were making that. And the things that we heard that went on behind the scenes, it's just shocking.
Give me an example, like as clean as you can, like for the radio.
Oh, man, I can't. Well, I can't give the one about the Alaska shoot. How about the family who is currently suing, who is still suing Endemol because they didn't tell them they were going to tear their house down. They tricked him and said, we're going to redo the hospital ward where your daughter had cancer and it'll be a great thing. But while they were there doing it, they had a whole nother crew and they tore their house down. And the parents got back and they're like, we loved our house. We don't like what you did to our house. And now it's for sale. And it's just, they don't care. They moved on to the next episode.
And there's a documentary about this.
Yes, there's a show on Hulu, I believe, that's 8 different reality shows. They don't go all the way. They have a bunch of like low-level people, like segment producers on the show.
I got you.
They don't have the big people going, "Oh yeah, we were horrible." But I've had notes on reality shows that you wouldn't believe. It's like
now this Biggest Loser one, Jillian Michaels, she didn't take part in the documentary. It says that at the very end, she chose not to participate. They make her out to be like the biggest boogeyman, but I feel like she's probably not the only one.
Oh, well, the talent will do anything, to stay on the show. It's very competitive. They're always switching out judges. She was a mentor or a physical...
well, the trainers there.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're always, moving people in and out. You see it on Idol all the time, or The Voice. So, no, the producers are the evil ones. And they're really only doing it because the network executives, development people at networks, are possibly the most evil people in the entire world.
I know there's so many different genres of reality shows, but I guess, would you say American Idol is the number one end-all, be-all most successful of all time reality show?
Yeah, but I mean,
more than Survivor.
Idol though, when Idol
Big
hit,
Brother?
No, Big Brother is kind of a mid. When Idol hit, those ratings, I mean, nobody comes close to them. They were getting a 40. I think a 40 in 2006. But you look, and those ratings are gone. Those ratings have dropped by 70%. So Survivor, the fact that it's still on the air is incredible.
It was a pop culture phenomenon. That first season, people had big parties of who was going to win.
You're a snake. If I saw you on the side of the road, I wouldn't help you. Yeah, it was it was crazy. But all reality shows now, everything just turned into women getting mad at each other.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. Jeff, who just loves the music of Luke Bryan, is kind enough to help us with a contest. So caller number 9 right now at 239-9393. We've got a pair of tickets for you to see Luke Bryan coming to the Ruoff Music Center Thursday, August 28th. We got a fun little game we're going to play called Luke Bryan or Lion Bryan, but you have to be caller number 9 right now. 239-9393. The tickets are on the line. The game is next with Jeff Boggs.
Maybe it's time for you to try something different when it comes to your physical fitness. You tried the big box gyms. Those don't work. You don't have time to work out 7 days a week, but you still are craving physical activity. You know your muscles need it. That's why I'm saying Exercise Inc. is a solution. I've been with them for years. You show up once a week at Exercise Inc. for a private 20-minute workout tailored for you, just you and your coach. Feel better, lose weight. You'll probably look better, and you might get off some of those prescription meds if you adopt the 9 simple habits you need to follow to change your health and lose weight and adjust your diet and eating habit and routines as well. Your private coach can help you with all that stuff and help keep you accountable. Exercise Inc. once a week for 20 minutes. It's not an easy workout, but it gets you the physical activity your muscles crave. Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood. I go to the one in Zionsville and now brand new one in Fishers. ExerciseInc.com. That's ExerciseInc.com. And tell them Nigel sent you.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X-Fi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
No one will love your HVAC system as much as we do. Call Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing for an honest assessment on your current AC system or get a great deal on a new one. Howald Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, where coming home never felt so good.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Want in on special WIBC contests?
That is correct.
Join the text club. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393. Exclusive giveaways are just a text away.
Matt Baer, what's going on?
Hammer northbound 465, northwest side stop and go traffic 86th Street up to 865. Southbound 65 at 70 is slow because of construction. North split down to the south split delayed 3 minutes. 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 Harding into the south split. Crash Lafayette Road at Kessler Boulevard. Eastbound 465 on the north side slow. Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Traffic sponsored by B Window right now. Employee owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Keeping our eye on the weather. Some spots getting some storms. Cloudy skies here on Monument Circle, 87 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And Al was caller number 9. Big Al, how the heck are you?
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
So we have got Luke Bryan tickets on the line, Al, and here's the game we're going to play. We're going to play Luke Bryan or Lion Bryan, and our pal Jeff Boggs is going to read you a statement. It will either be a statement made by Luke Bryan, country music superstar, or Lion Brian Williams from NBC News. You get 2 out of 3, and we're going to give you the tickets, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Number 1 from Luke Bryan's biggest fan, Jeff Boggs.
All right, Al, here we go. Shake it for the young bucks sitting in the honky-tonks. For the rednecks rocking till the break of dawn. The DJ spinning that country song. Come on, come on, come on.
Luke Bryan or Lion Bryan?
That sounds like it's going to be Luke Bryan.
Yes. 1 down, 1 to go. Get this one right. We're going to hook you up with the tickets. Here we go. Number 2.
We were in some helicopters. What we didn't know was we were north of the invasion. We were the northmost Americans in Iraq. We were going to drop some bridge portions across the Euphrates so the 3rd Infantry could cross on them. 2 of them 4 helicopters were hit by ground fire, including the one I was in, RPG and AK-47.
Luke Bryan or Lion Bryan, Al?
I'm going to have to say Lion Bryan.
That's it. There we go. Congratulations, Al. You got the tickets. August 28th, Ruoff Music Center. Luke Bryan and all of his pals stay on the line, and Allison will take care of you.
I think we need to make Jeff read the 3rd one.
I don't want to. I'm confused by the rules here. So the winner, the 9th caller is the winner, and he gets a pair of Luke Bryan tickets.
He gets a chance to play the game. The winner gets the opportunity to play the game.
Okay, so that means all the other callers, the losers, get 4 Luke Bryan tickets?
No.
Okay.
A lot of people like Luke Bryan. Just because he wants to knock you out doesn't mean that other people don't like Luke Bryan.
Right, I'm willing to admit that. That's fine. I just can't stand the guy.
And you played some audio for us during the commercial break that we can't play on the air.
Because Luke Bryan curses too much.
He does.
In the audio. He threatens to punch me and beat me up and do a bunch of terrible things.
Wait, to your face?
No, on a podcast.
Oh.
He goes, here's exactly what he said. He goes, I tell you what, if I ever see that guy, I'm just going to start swinging.
I may have said in a promo recently, because I knew we were going to play this game, that Jeff Boggs thinks that Luke Bryan is a modern-day Merle Haggard.
Oh, shit. It's so hot outside, I'm sweating harder than Luke Bryan trying to name 3 Merle Haggard songs without using Google.
You enjoy your classic country music, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I don't think there's a ton of good country. There's a couple good people right now, but not even classic. I enjoyed the whole.
I like the 90s new hit country.
I like the 90s stuff. You know, Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney coming out, Faith, Shania, that kind of stuff. But it started getting weird. I was actually talking the other day, like, what is the moment where country music went south? I think that would be a fascinating deep dive.
Would be.
To see where it went. I say one of the moments was when Gwyneth Paltrow played at the CMA Awards. I think that started the decline when they let her. She was doing the movie Country Strong. That may have been one of the moments.
Wow.
And I won't confirm nor deny, but Faith Hill without makeup is also Dave Mustaine.
Oh.
But that's for another day.
Hammer.
I'm just saying that because she was unpleasant to me and just an unlikable woman.
She's a feather. She's a flower. I love her.
Yeah. Jeff Boggs, not Kenny Rogers on Twitter. My man, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Hey, do you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement? You could put that money in the stock market, but you have no idea what could happen with it. It could disappear just like that with a snap of a finger. Or you can make a smarter move. Get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years with Bill Demery, your retirement guy, right here in Indy.
Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy. He breaks things down in a way that you can understand. It's complicated stuff, but his job is to make you understand it and grow your money. You work hard for your money, you should be able to grow it and keep it. Call Bill Demery. Set up that free consultation today. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Free. Set up that meeting. 317-648-5120.
Hey guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Look, we've all been feeling the heat, and that's why this is the perfect time to make that call to Universal Windows Direct so they can help you stay cool in your home throughout the rest of the summer and warm in your home all winter long. And this is the perfect time to call because what an incredible deal going on with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free. There's no limit. Got 8 windows that need replacing? You only pay for 4. It's that simple. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's right, 60 months of 0 interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but affordable too. Now, some restrictions may apply. So to get all the information and most importantly, schedule a totally free, no hassle, no obligation in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. Check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is 0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
As kids go back to school, it's time for you to go back to confidence. We Grow Hair Indy helps men and women regain youthful hair with the latest technology in hair restoration and hair transplants. Back to school season isn't just for the kids. It's time for you to go back to confidence. Visit WeGrowHairIndy.com or call 317-522-2995. 317-522-2995 for your free evaluation today. 317-522-2995. Tell them Rob sent you.
You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
A fight over new congressional maps heads to court. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. California Republicans are now suing to block the governor's redistricting plan.
GOP state lawmakers asking California's Supreme Court to delay the legislature's vote to place new proposed congressional district maps on the ballot for a November 4th special election.
That was published for the first time yesterday morning. And yet, the same day, the legislature acted upon that legislation and pushed it to committees. This is a flagrant violation of the people's rights under the Constitution of California.
Mike Colombo, lawyer for the plaintiffs who argue the legislation violates a 30-day public review period.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom says the proposal is in response to a Texas redistricting effort as Republicans try to maintain their House majority in next year's midterms. Fox News confirming reports that the Justice Department is investigating whether police officials in Washington, D.C. have falsified crime data. D.C. police detective and union leader Greg Pemberton tells Fox officers are sometimes told to change the way certain incidents are reported.
They respond to the scenes of these violent crimes, and inevitably you'll have a captain or a commander or sometimes a lieutenant show up on the scene and advise them to take a report for a lesser offense.
For instance, he says a shooting or stabbing taken as an injured person to the hospital report if the victim is uncooperative with police. Pemberton says he's highly skeptical of crime stat accuracy in D.C., where city leaders have pointed to recent declines in violent crime to argue that President Trump's federal crackdown on crime is not needed. A 7-day waiting period for gun purchases now on hold in New Mexico after a federal appeals court ruling it likely infringes on Second Amendment rights that sends it back to a lower court. A mixed finish for stocks. The Dow up 10 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Judges going after a woman. It's cloudy and 83 degrees in the Circle City. Low tonight is 66. I'm Jake McDaniel. Here's what's trending at 4:02. That woman made death threats directed at the president. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
According to U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro, a woman named Nathalie Rose Jones from Lafayette, Indiana, has been charged with 2 federal crimes for knowingly and willfully threatening to take the life of the President of the United States.
She did come from New York to Washington, D.C., and she has been threatening and calling for the removal of the president, and even worse, as she got to D.C., her threats were on Facebook and Instagram.
Pirro announced the charges in a video posted to social media Monday. The U.S. Secret Service is now investigating the case. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Police have been putting in a lot of work into finding stolen vehicles in Indianapolis, and they have recovered hundreds of them this year.
So by finding these stolen vehicles, we're finding guns that are illegally in the hands of people that are not supposed to have them. We're finding a lot of drugs, stolen property, other stolen property.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says the best way to protect yourself is to always lock your cars and never leave valuables or keys in the car. Their hard work has also led to the arrest of hundreds of thieves. And if you're struggling with ADHD,
don't be afraid, go ask for help. Go ask maybe a trusted adult or maybe your doctor. I know growing up in the, early 2000s, it was during the time where, a lot of doctors were just throwing meds to see if that fixed the issue, and I know that hindered me getting on the medication until later in life.
Kyle Estes with the automotive industry with Chariot Automotive Group. This dealership has a partnership with Ivy Tech that empowers their employees to learn and grow within their field. And Indiana Pacers coach Rick Carlisle has agreed to a multi-year contract extension with the team, says ESPN. He led the Pacers to their first NBA Finals appearance in more than 2 decades this past spring. News time, 4:04. You've got traffic and weather coming up in 1 minute.
Premier Deck Coating, the ultimate deck protection.
Who are they? Well, they're a sister company of Rhino Shield, and Premier Deck Coating is the product you need if you're tired of applying the same old stain and paint every couple of years to your deck. It's Terry, Stacy, and David and I have a deck that's probably 25 years old. The countless hours and the money that we spend on maintaining that deck never ends. And then we heard about Premier Deck Coating. Family-owned, based right here in Indy, and they are going to completely transform our deck with their special formulated product, which repels moisture, scratch-resistant in virtually any color that we want, and backed by a 10-year guarantee. No more spending time staining or painting every year. Premier Deck Coating will keep our deck looking great for years to come. Premier Deck Coating can also do fences and pergolas, too. For a free quote, call 317-696-4071 or visit premierdeckcoating.com.
With traffic at 405, Matt Bear, what you got?
Northwest side, northbound 465. Stop and go traffic to 86th Street up to 865. Inbound 65 slow west into the north split, continuing to be slow out to rural on eastbound 70. Southbound 65-70, stop traffic from the north split down to the south split, and eastbound 70 in for a 5-minute delay, Harding Street into the south split. Crash northwest side, Lafayette Road at Kessler Boulevard north of Drive, and on the south side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic before and after the I-65 interchange. Traffic sponsored by Discover. Do you know what's accepted at 99% of the places that take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your American Standard Cooling Weather Center forecast.
We're tracking a dry Tuesday night with lows falling into the upper 60s. Wednesday's a cooler day after experiencing several straight days of miserable heat and humidity with decreasing clouds. Highs will be in the lower 80s, but the muggy meter, unfortunately, will remain in the uncomfortable category. Temperatures remain near to below normal for your Thursday, with highs only getting into the lower 80s. There will also be plenty of sunshine to go around through midweek as well, with light winds. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock!
All right, you remember a couple of weeks ago, Hammer, President Trump issued this executive order declaring a, quote, crime emergency in Washington, D.C. Took federal control of the city's police department, rampant violence, blah, 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 overtaken by violent gangs, bloodthirsty criminals, and, you know, brought in the National Guard and federal agents. And a couple of weeks later, I feel like I thought I heard him on Fox and Friends this morning saying, my friends were going out to dinner last night in Washington, D.C. You can actually watch the streets again. And 52 arrests in D.C. last night, including an MS-13 gang member.
I like it.
It seems like, I don't know, outwardly, you know, we live in Indiana. I'm just saying, I'm going by what I'm reading and what Trump has said. It looks like it's been a success so far.
And if you look at the latest statistics provided by the District of Columbia Police Unit, okay, that's basically the group that puts together all the crime numbers in D.C., carjackings have plummeted by 83%, robberies 46%, violent crime 22%, and car thefts by 21% in just 7 days, Nige.
Okay.
In 7 days since the federal takeover, 7+, those are some impressive numbers. Carjackings down 83%. Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, she put out on Twitter, quote, at the direction of President Trump, our nation's capital is a safer place, and we're just getting started. 52 arrests were made last night, including an MS-13 gang member, and 9 firearms were taken off the streets. Since our mission began, there have been a total of 465 arrests, 68 guns seized, and charges for homicide, narcotics, firearm offenses. Nearly half of those arrests occurred in the high crime areas of Washington, D.C. Residents and tourists alike appreciate this effort by D.C. and federal law enforcement. And that's the thing, right? Like the locals, They love what's going on here. The only people that are ticked off that the feds went in are people like Adam Schiff, never Trump Republicans like Liz Cheney or Adam Kinzinger. But if you get on social media, specifically Instagram or TikTok, and you kind of just start going down a rabbit hole of what locals think, they love this, Nige. Here's a little montage. Now, keep in mind, these are all predominantly from black communities in Washington, D.C. Listen to what they have to say about what's happening right now with this federal takeover, with the cleanup of crime, and compare it to what you hear from, say, CNN or MSNBC.
Man, down the city is quiet as a I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, man. I don't smell no weed, young. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. It's quiet, yeah.
I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Why the is people that's not from the city saying DC's not that bad? Why is a from Denver, Colorado saying DC's not that bad, and Trump is just trying to be a dictator? Gang, DC is fucking like Gotham City, bruh. Like, y'all do not know. Y'all out-of-towners, Mo. Mind y'all fucking business, bruh.
Do you not understand that this is what the residents want? I'm not talking about the bougie upper echelons, bougie blacks. I'm talking about the everyday grandmas that have to deal with these homeless people peeing and pooping on their steps, and then they have to clean it up. They don't feel safe when they walk into their neighborhood. The gangs and the dope boys are just standing around the corner, do you not understand this is what they want?
Now, those are three people, Nige, that just a hunch, don't own a MAGA hat.
Right.
Going on social media saying, hey, outsiders, sit this one out. We like what's going on here.
And I want to clarify, Trump made those comments about his friends being able to go to dinner with Zelensky at his side during their meeting yesterday. Friends are calling me up. Democrats are calling me up. Democrats are calling me up. They're saying, sir, we want to thank you. My wife and I went to dinner last night for the first time in 4 years. And Washington, D.C. is safe, and you did that in 4 years. Or you did that in 4 days.
Right. And now, if you're somebody that's looking about what's taking place in D.C., and you're wanting it to take place in your city, in your community, the rules are different, okay? We've talked about this. D.C. has different rules than a state with a major city, but if your governor feels like they need a little help from the National Guard or the feds or whatever,
all they gotta do is ask.
They just have to ask. Yeah. That's it. Or if you're in a state that has a governor that does not work with ICE, now we're hearing some chatter, a little scuttlebutt, shall we, that the White House is going to say, okay, if you're not going to work with ICE, we're going to override your decision and declare a federal emergency, and then we will clean up your cities. And much like Washington, D.C., you're going to see talking heads on television say this is a problem, but the people in those cities go, thank you. We've been waiting for somebody to clean up this mess. Question for everyone in this room.
Okay.
When was the last time you used a public restroom that had the clear little paper toilet ring around the seat? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, it's hanging on the side of the stall, and you rip it out of there, and you're supposed to, delicately place it on the seat.
Right. The middle kind of pops out, and it creates a poop hole.
I've never... I think I've tried it once or twice. Usually what I do is I will just take, if I'm in an airport or something, take the toilet paper and just wipe down the seat.
Okay.
The best it's going to get from me.
So you don't try to strategically place the cheeks on the paper?
I don't know. To me, it seems useless. I don't know. I don't have stats or anything.
Well, lucky for you, I've got a story about that.
Really?
Dateline, the UK, an article by the BBC, which can mean a couple different things, but this is the network that's overseas, says that the thin paper on a toilet doesn't actually block any germs.
Right.
A poll a few years back found that 9% of us avoid public toilets completely.
I try to whenever possible.
21% do the hover trick where you're dropping, bombs in there.
I can't hover. That takes leg strength.
But this scientific report says that the chances of you actually getting some sort of germ blockage by using the thin white paper, slim to none. It's basically theater when you're using the slim white paper.
You get germs on your thighs? Is that the idea? So 63% just go for it. They don't care about the...
Just plop down and just...
They don't care about who's been there before.
Right.
I usually try to look for maybe like some liquid. Maybe some splatter. I try to look for that. And if you
want to make sure there's no pubes on there.
Pubes. I can't deal with the pubes.
Right.
But it's usually only in airports that I have a problem with this.
The last time I used a paper was, I think it was in Vegas, in the hotel room. They had like a thing there that, you could use it whenever you wanted. It's like, well, it's here. I'm going to use it.
Really?
And then I realized this is stupid. I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, just grab a wet rag and wipe down the seat.
Right. And I was there by myself, so I don't know why I decided to do it, but I thought, it's here, it's provided. I'm going to, punch out the little middle part and sit down on it, but it's just a waste of time.
So those liners are a waste of time.
Correct.
That's what you're saying.
They don't do anything, and it's just
and they
basically
don't stay
theater.
In place.
That's the thing, too. The only time I would ever want a liner now is if you think somebody was in that bathroom before you and you don't want to sit down on the warm seat. The warm seat is the worst.
There's two ways of looking at that. It's the worst, or it could be very comfortable.
Really?
Very nice.
So if John Herrick from our newsroom goes into that unisex bathroom, sits down and, to quote Outcast, bombs over Baghdad, you are okay with going in there right afterwards and sitting down on that warm can?
I'd wipe down the seat, but if it's still warm, it could be comfortable.
Good
Lord! I don't like a cold seat.
Great moments in toilet history. This was a report on our news gathering partners, Wish TV. It was read by Phil Sanchez, but you can hear Marcus Bailey's commentary in the background.
Lightning hit the methane gas that was built up in the septic tank, causing a bomb-like effect. Ford says she's just grateful no one was on the toilet at the time. I knew Marcus was really going to like this story.
Because of toilet humor.
Toilet humor, right. Toilet exploding.
I mean, look, well done, Phil.
Not funny. That's serious stuff, right?
Yes,
that's
of
serious
course.
stuff.
Very dangerous. No one was injured, though.
But
so
you're
that's
still
a good
crying
thing.
from laughing.
Bomb-like effect, Marcus. Bomb-like.
Great moments in toilet history.
I love that.
Matt Baer.
Northbound 69, heading up towards Fishers. Looking at the camera at this right now. Northbound 69 is stop-and-go traffic 106th Street up to 106th Street. Possible crash in that area. Southbound 65 slow from 96 down to 82nd. Eastbound 465 stop-and-go traffic from Keystone Avenue over to I-69. Southbound 65, 70 slow from the north split to the south split. At inbound 65 slows down 21st to the north split. Eastbound 70, a 4-minute delay from Harding into the south split. South side, eastbound 465 stop and go traffic. I-65 over to Arlington Avenue. And a crash on the northwest side, Lafayette Road at Kessler. Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
86 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And right now we need 42 people. We're a little bit behind today. We need you guys. 42 to go to the WIBC YouTube feed. It's WIBC's YouTube channel. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. If you think it's a little unsettling that Nigel wants to sit on a toilet after John Herrick's warm anus has been all over it and thinks that it's awesome,
I'm not sure I said I wanted to.
give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. If you're weirded out by pubes on a public can, give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. If you do the hover trick, and if you've ever flushed a toilet with your foot, go to the WIBC YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. We got to get to 100. We got a little work to do here. We need a bunch of you guys. WIBC YouTube page. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Is this anything? Next.
Mark Dietel, the only local real estate expert I trust to sell my home, especially now knowing that Zillow is ranking Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Now is a great time to sell. About Dana Casey in Indianapolis, it was time to downsize. They needed to sell their old house quickly at full value. Mark Dietel and his team made it happen. They got their asking price in just a few weeks without any repairs and or an appraisal.
Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert that we trust and recommend on our show because of the guarantee. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. You pick the move date, no long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Call Mark Dietel today. 317-755-4232 or go to markdietel.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
The kids are heading back to school, and let's be honest, you're finally getting the house to yourself again, which makes now the perfect time to take care of that roof, siding, or gutters you've been putting off. And Moss Roofing is here to help. Moss Roofing has been helping Central Indiana homeowners for 34 years. They're family-owned, locally rooted, and known for doing things right every shingle time. Free inspections, honest advice, and top-quality work on roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. They treat your home like it's their own, and they clean up like they were never there. That's why they've got great reviews and a loyal following of happy homeowners. So don't put it off any longer. Let Moss Roofing check your roof, your siding, and your gutters to make sure they're ready for the winter ahead. For your free inspection, call 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Tune in to the Absolute Retirement Planning Show.
When retirement comes about, we're now relying on what we have saved to meet those needs.
Sundays at 9 a.m. right here on 93 WIBC.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
All right, let's rock and roll.
Brought to you by Indiana Unclaimed, presented by the Attorney General's office here in Indiana. Reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every single week. Fast, easy, and free to search at indianaunclaimed.gov.
A Florida man's home is being invaded by 8 raccoons, and he says they're kind of having a party at his house. Here he is talking about the chaos at his property.
I think the raccoon did that 2 or 3 days ago, and then they came back with all their buddies. They were having a party. There was several of them on the step right there. There was several of them in the jacuzzi just splashing around. The 3 of them in the jacuzzi splashing around. And then looking at the other videos from the other camera on the side covered porch, we saw them all coming in and out of the house.
That anything?
Yeah, especially he left out the humping.
Ooh.
I'm sure there's a couple of coons humping.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a party and it's a free-for-all.
Right.
And there's going to be, you're in and out of the house. There's a hot tub. There's going to be activity there.
Sure.
Sexual
Amorous
nature.
activity by the raccoons.
Raccoons just don't give a F. I've seen it firsthand. You've seen my house. I lived out, we have some woods out back, and they come out from underneath our deck at night, and I knock on the door and get them. I go, get. And they just both, I think they're twins or brothers or whatever. They'd look at me at the same time. They'd look back at the guy that's knocking on the window, and then they just go back to feeding on the grass.
They threw up a gang sign, I believe, at one point at you, didn't they? You want some?
West side.
Come get some.
And then when I finally opened the sliding glass door, that's when they kind of jetted off. But when I was knocking on the, get, go on, get, they looked at me like I was the biggest jackass they'd ever seen.
So you need to up your game in great moments and shooing away raccoons history. You need to step it up a notch.
Yes.
Maybe you should growl like a bear. Pretend like they're bears. Like if you had a bear in your backyard, Nige, how would you shoo that away?
Ah! Yeah! Get there! Yeah!
I heard you making that same sound in the unisex bathroom earlier.
Well, I had a hot dog from the vendor.
Is this anything? A police officer in Ohio had to catch an escaped peacock. The peacock's name was Kevin, and the body cam footage is pretty fun. The owner told him it might respond to its name. And again, Kevin was the name of the peacock here. So take a listen.
Be advised, this is a lost peacock. 6 has the owner en route. We're just going to try and keep it on the post property.
Kevin, you need to go back to them. Kevin, do not come here. Kevin's coming back your way.
42 Lisbon, be advised, Kevin is attempting to flee.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Kevin's thrilled.
I've had some experience with peacocks. By the
Really?
way. When I was really little, I think this was Ellis Air, where TJ Maxx is across the street, across Illinois. It used to be Ellis Ayers, and we went there for Christmas, and they had animals in cages, and I just sat there when I was 3 years old and just stared a peacock in the face, like they had it in us.
You had a showdown with him?
I was just fascinated. I mean, as a little boy, and the peacock, all of a sudden, we're just sitting there. I'm just sitting there looking at it, and it goes, and just made the worst noise imaginable. And my mom and my grandma had to chase me down the aisle, like 100 feet down the aisle, because I just took off scared as hell. And then there's also the story about the police blotter in Zionsville that we've had more recently over the past couple of years.
Sure.
There was a 911 call Somebody had reported a baby peacock wandering around in their driveway.
Oh, no.
When the police showed up.
A baby peacock.
Yeah, there was a baby peacock. I must have gotten out of its, I don't know. But when the police showed up, they determined that baby peacock was indeed a large pigeon. So,
false alarm! Everybody can go home. Kevin is actually a pigeon. Everybody just relax and go home. And that was on like the towny blog sites?
Yeah, the police blotter, yes.
Fantastic. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
When it comes to retirement, it's not just what you've saved, it's what you keep that matters. Howard Bailey Financial invites you to join our free educational event featuring nationally recognized IRA expert and CPA Ed Slott, where he will focus on strategies to help reduce unnecessary taxes, avoid common mistakes, and plan smarter for the years ahead. This event is ideal for anyone in or nearing retirement who wants to make the most of what they've saved. Reserve your spot at the Forum in Fishers on Thursday, September 11th by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today by calling or texting ED to 888-262-1104. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Shop incredible end-of-summer savings at the Scandinavian Designs Labor Day sale. For a limited time, take up to 70% off select modern furniture and decor for every room in your home, including living room, bedroom, dining room, and more. This is the perfect opportunity to get your space prepped for the party season ahead. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple, you make it home.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What they are talking about. You've got mostly cloudy skies and 85 degrees in downtown Indy. I'm Jake McDaniel, and this report is brought to you by Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 4:31. The Trump administration took over Washington, D.C.'s police force to crack down on crime. The Justice Department is looking into whether the city made up data to make its crime rates look lower. Greg Pemberton, the D.C. Police Union chief, told Fox's The Story with Martha McCallum and claimed that police leadership is getting in the way of the investigation.
I would assume that it comes from within the police department. That's my guess. I don't have any evidence as to exactly whose idea this was or who's directing the command staff to do so.
Mayor Muriel Bowser says that crime in the city is at a 30-year low and that violent crime has dropped 30% compared to this time last year. The first hurricane of the Atlantic season, Hurricane Aaron, is on track to affect millions of Americans without making direct landfall. Forecasters predict the storm center will pass between the U.S. East Coast and Bermuda on Wednesday and Thursday. This will cause high surf and dangerous rip currents from Massachusetts down to the Carolinas. Some residents have already evacuated, particularly in parts of North Carolina's Outer Banks, where flooding is a threat. A new budget will be presented in Indigo in September. Here's Johnette Cruz explaining why.
Indigo has unveiled a proposed 2026 budget of $432 million with a major focus on building the Blue Line and a new bus garage. The Blue Line is slated to connect Cumberland to the Indianapolis International Airport along Washington Street. The budget also includes plans to buy 28 new buses and increase security with new onboard cameras and additional transit officers. On top of that, Indigo is considering a fare increase which would raise the price of a single ride from $175 to $275. The budget will go before a committee on September 17th and the full council on September 22nd. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And you're paying an average of $3.17 a gallon of gas today, says Gas Buddy. That's up 4 cents from the national average and from last week. And now for your WIBC Closing Bell report. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 10 points to 44,922. The S&P 500 dropped by 37 points to 6411, and the Nasdaq lost 314 points to 21,314. Traffic and weather in 1 minute. It's 4:33.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Hammer and Nigel to 46220. That's Hammer and Nigel to 46220. Or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
With traffic at 434. Here's Matt Bear.
Northbound 465 northwest side, stop and go traffic, 79-2865, delayed 12 minutes. Northeast side crash, eastbound 465 at Allisonville Road. It blocks the left lane, causes slow traffic back to Westfield Boulevard and a delay of 12 minutes. Inbound 65, 7-minute delay, 21st to Meridian Penn, and delayed 7 minutes eastbound 70 from Harding into the South Split. Construction downtown, southbound 65, 70 stop and go traffic from the North Split down to the South Split. Northbound 65 slow, Raymond Street into the South Split because of the same construction zone. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're tracking a dry Tuesday night with lows falling into the upper 60s. Wednesday's a cooler day after experiencing several straight days of miserable heat and humidity with decreasing clouds. Highs will be in the lower 80s. Temperatures remain near to below normal for your Thursday, with highs only getting into the lower 80s. There will also be plenty of sunshine to go around through midweek as well. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level on the go and on WIBC.com.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Trump must be doing something right because everybody's freaking out about Donald Trump wanting to do away with mail-in ballots and move to all paper ballots. And the more liberal media spins their heads, the more I think he's onto something.
Sure. This was kind of a lost in all the meeting mania that was yesterday with Zelensky at the White House. He put out this long diatribe on Truth Social talking about how, look, we're going to get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to get rid of, these fancy schmancy election machines that take 2 weeks to give you a total. We're going back to paper ballots and picking a winner that night. And I don't know why that's a controversial stance, but it is. But then you've got people like the Secretary of State from Colorado, Jenna Griswold. She's very upset, Nige. She's ticked off. She's angry.
Oh, no.
She jumped on CNN to complain.
We are in conversations with our attorneys to make sure we're defending Colorado's elections. Look, mail ballots are secure. They cannot be hacked because they're a piece of paper. That is increasingly more important as Trump has made our elections less secure since taking office again. He's disbanded much of the federal government's work on countering foreign disinformation and is obviously taking cues about democracy from a dictator, Putin.
Oh, here we go. That's the angle, right?
Because the Secretary of State of Colorado knows what's going on between Trump and Putin. Trump taking his cues from Putin on mail-in ballots. Is that what it is?
Now, point of order, this is the same broad that, quote, accidentally posted the passwords to voting equipment on the internet.
Is that right?
And who also had her ass handed to her 9-0 in a Supreme Court case when she was attempting to remove Donald Trump from the presidential ballot.
So we know Trump's doing something right here.
Right. 9-0.
Yeah.
Even like Sotomayor's like, look, I can't help you here. Katanji Drown Jackson was like, listen, I'm a moron, but even I can't vote for you on this one. 9-0 when they tried to kick him off the ballot. So if this woman is freaking out, that's what I voted for. Congratulations, Donald Trump. Speaking of freaking out, Greg Doyle, sports writer for the paper here in the Star in the Circle City. He's very upset at the IndyCar series now.
No. Oh, no.
IndyCar series announced that for their Nashville race coming up in a couple weekends, Chris Hammer is going to be down there watching it. The IndyCar series in Nashville, that Barstool's Dave Portnoy, he's going to be like getting the special 2-seater ride around the track before the race. They call it the fastest seat in sports, right?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
I've done it. It's cool. You know, I've never done it before a race.
It's
you
awesome. I did it at the the IMS, not before the Indy.
Well, I did too, but not before a race was getting ready to happen. Yeah. Portnoy's going to do it before the IndyCar race in Nashville.
Yeah, Barstool signed some deal with Fox Sports.
And Fox is the presenting sponsor of the races on television. So it's making sense. But this is what Doyle put out on social media. His feelings are hurt. Quote,
why?
IndyCar, Fox, Dave Portnoy, Speedway Slammer. What a revolting few weeks for the home of the Indy 500. And most of it comes with Roger Penske's blessing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Listen, I'm sorry if Fox wants to promote the IndyCar series, but other than the Indy 500, the series needs to be promoted.
Yeah, it needs help.
And Fox is spending a lot of money to promote the IndyCar series. They just bought into the whole thing even more. So for Doyle to get his feelings all hurt because it might be somebody that's affiliated with Fox News and Dave Portnoy's been a flamethrower before, now all of a sudden he's going to be judgmental.
Yeah, well, he was sort of wrong back in COVID about the mobile morgues and the body bags outside IMS, and if you have the Indy 500, we're going to have to fill those up.
Correct. Right.
That was sort of, I don't know, you might like to have that one back.
And leave the IndyCar series alone. They're doing everything they can to get publicity, and like him or not, Dave Portnoy, people know who he is. He is a flamethrower from Barstool, and he's got a huge following on social media.
He's a misogynist.
Okay. Coming from the same guy that gave us this creepy press conference that warranted him not being allowed to cover the Fever for a year.
Hi. Caitlin, Greg Doyle, Indy Star.
Oh, no.
Real quick, let me do this.
Heart shape.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll be able to get along just fine.
Start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine.
So cringe. I forgot about that.
And then she will never come out and say it. But I have a feeling Caitlin probably told the media staff at the Fever, I don't want to talk to this guy. Do that to me and we'll be fine. He was banned from covering the Indiana Fever for a year.
It's embarrassing.
It is. Now, if you think we're making it a big deal out of this thing, happened a couple years ago, now imagine if that exact same audio that we have not changed had scary music behind it.
Hi, Caitlin, Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
Frightening.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll be able to get along just fine.
It's like a scary movie that would come out around Halloween time about a stalker that just won't let it go.
Is he doing like the love thing with his hands?
Correct.
Like making a heart with his hands, and she does that to her family.
And she made that clear only to the family.
Yeah. Just do it to me.
I like that you're here.
And now he's whining about the IndyCar series?
How dare they get publicity? How dare they do things good for business? See, this is the difference between like the IndyCar series and what they're trying to do and what the Indy Star's trying to do. The Indy Star is hemorrhaging people, and they have been for years. Now, I'm not acting like the IndyCar series packs out every race because there have been a lot of empty seats at some of these races outside the 500, but they're trying. They're trying to get with Fox. They're trying to get with social media influencers. I appreciate the hustle. So how about you just give them a shot here, Greggy Poo, and in the meantime, stop creeping out the marquee athletes in our city. Remember, it was also him that got into it with Pascal Siakam during the playoff series. Pascal Siakam was like, who is this guy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who are you?
Right. The same dude that wanted sympathy in some article where he was ripping Dan Dockich a number of years ago. Well, when I had an affair with my wife and I confided. He wanted sympathy for running around on his wife. You're not getting it, dude. That's not how this works, you weirdo. Phillies announcer, John Kruk, former player, was part of that wild Phillies team that made it to the World Series. I think it was back in '93.
John Kruk.
They had Lenny Dykstra, and they had Darren Dalton. Mitch Wild Thing Williams was their closer.
Kind of pudgy guy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Kind of looks like Roseanne's ex-husband. What's his name?
Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold. Looks a little bit like him. So he was in the broadcast booth for the Phillies and brought up this very philosophical question.
The person who invented the clock.
Yeah. Which one? The digital or the hand?
The first clock ever.
Okay.
How did that person know what time it was?
There is that sundial they might have used.
Is that accurate, though?
Oh, I guess it's as accurate as it can be. So when you were contemplating the clock thing, did you come up with any answers yourself?
No, I thought I'd ask you.
I would think sundial.
Boy, so they really sometimes in those baseball games run out of things to talk about, don't they?
But it's a fair question. The guy that invented the very first clock, did he just guess or was he using a sundial?
What if it was raining? What if it was cloudy? There was no sun.
Right. Are we just guessing? Maybe in reality right now it's, 1 o'clock. But this guy was just guessing back in the day, the very first clock, and everybody went along with it. John Kruk brings up a very interesting question. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Are you ready to build your custom dream home? Joyner Homes is ready to make your dream come true. Over 18 years, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, have built hundreds of homes in central Indiana. And the best place to start is JoynerHomes.com. That's where you'll find pricing, photos of completed Joyner homes to inspire you, available home sites, and info on where you can visit their model homes, and a lot more. Be sure to check out Joyner Homes' 5-star Google reviews. Get started today at JoynerHomes.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer's not over yet. Shouldn't you be out on the water? Today is the day to get the boat you've been dreaming of. It's the 2025 Model Year Blowout Sale going on now, only at Just Add Water Boats. Save big on 2025 boats and wave runners from in-stock brands like Yamaha, Chaparral, Hurricane, Godfrey, Crest Pontoons, and more. Don't wait another year to get out on the water. Start making waves today at the 2025 Model Year Blowout Sale going on now at Just Add Water Boats. See the inventory now at justaddwaterboats.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year, or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday at NatureSpire, Carmel's only plant boutique. Plants, moss art, and more. Register to win the Classic Pumpkin Package giveaway. 421 South Rangeline.
Want to be part of the conversation without waiting on hold?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
Join the Text Club. Direct access to your favorite WIBC show. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393.
All right, Matt Bear, what's going on, buddy?
All right, Hammer, eastbound 465 at Allisonville Road, crash in the left lane. Stop and go traffic past Westfield Boulevard, delayed 16 minutes. South side northbound 65, slow from Raymond into the south split because of construction. Then eastbound 70, a 6-minute delay, Belmont to the south split. Inbound 65, delayed 9 minutes, 29th at 2 Meridian Penn. At southbound 65, 70 jams from the north split to the south split because of construction. Inbound 69, slow after 106th Street, 282nd. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
It's 85 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We got caller roulette coming up here in about 40 minutes, Nige, which is always a disaster, yet we keep doing that bit anyway.
It's okay.
So that's coming up about 5:30-ish.
I'll feel differently at 2:30 or I'm at 5:30, but right now I'm okay with it.
We're good.
At 5:30, I'm going to be like, oh dear Lord, why do we do this?
Dateline, Texas. Here's a recent confrontation between a Texas woman in a Texas flag bikini top and a local woman who happens to be recording. The argument is over beach access. Okay?
Okay, where are they at?
Texas woman gets schooled on the rules pertaining to the Virgin Islands beaches.
Oh, you're going to put it on the internet. That's cute.
Well, what else do you want me to do?
I would like you to
the beaches.
You're on private property.
This is not private
property. It is.
property.
You see the house right here?
We are in the Virgin Islands.
Congratulations. So is everybody
and
else.
The beaches are public here.
They're not.
No,
ma'am, they're not. You can go to a public beach out at Megan's Bay.
15 years I've been.
Congratulations. That's great. This is private property.
No, it's not.
It is private property.
I live right there.
And you need to take your things and your kids and you need to go.
We're not leaving.
I don't know what they're arguing about. I was at the Virgin Islands earlier this year, and like it's all resorts and stuff. So like, there's no way like the public can go out onto, you know, the Ritz and just hang out. But there must be. I'm not an expert on it. I did get to see Epstein Island though while I was out there. on the islands.
You have a house there, don't you?
Well, we're setting up residence.
Okay.
We're having a second house set up there. They've putting a golf course on the smaller island. But I
Friday montage, Allison, please.
I don't know. I don't know what this is. I have no idea.
The only thing that's running through my mind here, Nigel, is can we see what the woman in the Texas flag bikini top looks like? Because that's going to be the decision maker for me.
Okay.
Do we have a photo of the woman with the Texas flag bikini?
I have not seen that.
Because if she's hot, I will side with her. If she's some big hog that looks like Chris Christie, I'm going to side with the Karen that's living in the house.
That's very... I don't know how to describe that. Is that sexist? Is that mean? Is that just who you are?
I think it's a little bit from A, B, and C, to be honest with you. But
even give you a C.
I think we need to see what this woman looks like. So if anybody knows this story, and you've got time to do the Google search, because I'm getting ready to go hit the can as soon as we hit to the top of the hour news here, by all means, tweet that at us or send it via Facebook or Instagram at Hammer and Nigel. Now, we also have this system set up where you could text the show, but I don't have access to that right now. Allison, do you have the texting access?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want to text the number, it's the same as the call-in number, 317-239-9393.
Can people send photos?
We'll find
I've got
out.
it. I've got the article right here.
How does the woman in the bikini look?
It doesn't matter.
It does, Allison. You pipe down.
She's skinny. She's got some arm tattoos.
But you
She's
don't
got
sound
an
like you're
attitude.
like thrilled.
I'd be thrilled after 6 beers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ask your doctor if a couple beers is right for you. But you can text us now, and it goes directly to Allison. So get crazy. 239-9393. Text her away, baby.
Well, if you have more than $200,000 saved for retirement, you could put the money in the stock market, I guess, but you have no idea what will happen with it. Or you could make a smarter move and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the last 10 years.
Learn how you could get an upfront $40,000 bonus on your money and grow 10% the first year. Bill Demery, your retirement guy here in Indy, he wants to chat with you about growing your money. And the first meeting is free. All you have to do is set it up. 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120. Set up that free consultation with Bill Demery, your retirement guy. 317-648-5120.
The most extraordinary thing a woman can do is let herself be human. We try to do it all, sure, but what if we're just not feeling it? Like when the fatigue hits, but you gotta bring snacks to the soccer game? Or when the laundry's piling up, but that hot flash says, too bad. We get it. Franciscan Health has care for extraordinary women who can do it all, but don't have to. Visit franciscanhealth.org/OBGYN today.
Pat Sullivan here for Hope Plumbing. Do gurgling pipes, the fear of a leak in your basement, or an AC unit that sounds like a lawnmower keep you up at night? Become a member at Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and have the comfort of knowing you have a technician on call to bring total comfort to your home. For only $8 a month, you get up to a 10% discount on all plumbing and HVAC services, 1 annual free mainline snaking, 1 annual inspection, and so much more. Call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and become a member today.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Have you tried Wings Etc's new ranch fire sauce? House-made ranch with a fiery kiss of fresh ground habanero peppers and garlic. New ranch fire on our hand-breaded chicken sandwich? Big flavor. On a jalapeno bacon burger? Big flavor. On anything, wings, fries, pretzel bites? Big flavor. When you want to dance with spicy ranch, come to the folks who've been flying the big flavor flag since 1994. Wings Etc. We got your big flavor right here. Visit wingsetc.com.
Community Health Network cares for your heart health. From heart scans and vascular screenings to complex heart procedures, you can count on our expert team for the highest quality cardiovascular care, when and where you need it. Your path to a healthy heart starts with knowing your risk. Schedule a heart scan or vascular screening today. Visit ecommunity.com/heart. Community Health Network. Exceptional care. Simply delivered.
Attention Indiana homeowners, are you dealing with a wet and moldy crawl space? Hi, I'm Adam Swain with Swain Co. Crawl Space and Basement Repair, your real, local, Indiana family-owned experts dedicated to fixing your crawl space right the first time. And with our new no interest, no payment financing, you can get the repairs you need without breaking the bank. Don't let crawl space water problems dampen your spirits. Call Swain Co., Indy's most trusted waterproofing experts at 317-407-1868 or swaincollc.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, police are dedicated to help people out in Indianapolis. You'll hear why. A Kokomo man with his disorders has learned to succeed. Those stories coming up next, right after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC. WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
Crime stats under scrutiny. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. This as the White House continues to push back on Washington, D.C. leaders who've challenged a federal crackdown as unnecessary, citing recent declines in violent crime.
The Justice Department is investigating whether or not someone or multiple people may have manipulated crime data when it comes to Washington, D.C. crime statistics. This investigation is being run out of U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro's office here in D.C. Again, these are just allegations.
Fox's David Spond, D.C. Police Union Chief Greg Pemberton tells Fox police leadership will sometimes advise incident officers to take a report for a lesser offense.
There'll be a shooting or a stabbing, and if the victim is uncooperative with the police, which is not uncommon in some areas of the city, they'll be directed to take an injured person to the hospital report, which is not even a crime at all. It's an incident report.
He echoes the president's claim of skyrocketing crime. D.C.'s mayor says violent crime is at a 30-year low. The White House facing questions on whether immigration enforcement is a focus of the D.C. crackdown.
If federal law enforcement, with the help of the Metropolitan Police Department, come across illegal aliens, of course, we are going to abide by this administration's policy of law and order.
Spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt says the focus is to make D.C. safe. Boston's Democratic Mayor Michelle Wu rejects the Attorney General's warning to cooperate on immigration policies or risk cuts in federal funding.
Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law.
Today's the deadline for more than 30 sanctuary cities, states, and counties to respond. The administration argues lack of cooperation makes cities less safe. Security clearances revoked for 37 current and former government officials, including some who worked on the intel community's assessment of Russian interference in the 2016 election. The director of national intelligence says the officials losing clearance abused the public trust. America is listening to Fox News.
'93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Police have been working very hard this year in Indy. Mostly cloudy skies and 86 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. Lows tonight in the mid-60s. I'm Jake McDaniel, and this report is brought to you by Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 5:02.
So far this year, as a district, we've recovered 336 stolen vehicles since January 1st.
State Police Sergeant John Perrine says whenever people's vehicles are stolen,
it's life-changing. If they can't get to work, if they can't get to the grocery store, maybe they have personal belongings, medications, wallets, IDs, all of that stuff in the car that are now gone. That makes life really challenging.
And he says if your car does end up getting stolen, call 911. Make sure you lock your car doors and never leave your keys or valuables inside. Hundreds of people were arrested for stealing cars this year. All it takes is one person or business to believe in yourself. Johnette Cruz explains.
I've never really worked somewhere where they've really given me the opportunity to grow as much as I was able to grow here.
That's Kyle Estes, a Kokomo native who's not letting his ADHD and dyslexia stop him from doing what he loves by being in the automotive industry. He says Chariot Automotive Group has been instrumental in building his confidence to keep moving forward.
I went out to Kokomo High School with my old teacher and demoed a lot of the equipment and talked to a couple of his classes.
Through its partnership with Ivy Tech, family-owned Chariot Automotive Group is helping its employees excel in their field by offering free classes to advance their education and career. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indianapolis Colts just announced that their starting quarterback for the 2025 season will be Daniel Jones, says head coach Shane Steichen.
I think consistency, operation, moving the ball, being consistent on a daily basis. I think Daniel Jones, has done that. I think, that year they went to the playoffs. He was one game away from an NFC championship game.
The Colts take on the Miami Dolphins on September 7th at Lucas Oil, kickoff at 1 in the afternoon. And the Indiana Fever said today that Sophie Cunningham will miss the rest of the WNBA season because of an injury in her right knee. She is expected to make a full recovery, the team says, and the Fever and the Minnesota Lynx play each other Friday evening for a 7:30 Eastern tip-off. It's 5:04, your traffic and weather in 1 minute.
Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
You've got WIBC traffic at 5:05. Here's Matt Bear.
Crash eastbound 465 at Allisonville Road. Left lane block. Traffic stop to Meridian, 21-minute delay. Eastbound 70 stop, 10-minute delay from Belmont into the South Split. Inbound 65 stop and go 29th to Meridian Penn. Westbound 70 slows after Rural into the North Split. Then southbound 65-70 stop and go traffic North Split to the South Split. That's a 3-minute delay. Inbound 69 slows after 106th Street down to 82nd. South side eastbound 465 slows after Harding over to Emerson Avenue, and those westbound lanes on the southeast side slow before 74 to Arlington Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at indianafoundationservice.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
And now here's the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We'll dry out going into our Tuesday night with lows falling into the upper 60s. Wednesday's going to be a cooler day with decreasing cloud cover as highs get into the lower 80s, but the muggy meter will remain in the uncomfortable category. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna from 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
So let's rock it.
Well, Hammer, the State Department. Check this out. They've revoked over 6,000 student visas this year for reasons such as visa overstays, law violations, and support for terrorism.
All right.
Good or bad?
That's good. This is what I voted for. If somebody is here and they're violating the law and their visa has overstayed and they're supporting terrorism, to quote the townies in South Park, you get out. I mean, this is kind of what we voted for, right?
And this is what Secretary of State Rubio, one of his things is that he mentioned reviewing the visa status of students who participated in a lot of those pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas protests and demonstrations.
Right. Now, we're talking about the people who have openly supported terror. Not somebody that just showed up to a campus rally, saw what was happening, and went on your merry way.
No.
If you started chanting anti-Semitic things to Jewish students or supporting Hamas, then that's a little different here. And we've got some numbers here. This is courtesy of the State Department. Approximately 4,000 visas were revoked due to visitors breaking the law, including assault and DUIs. Around 800 students have had their visas revoked due to assault-related incidents, and 200 to 300 individuals lost their visas for supporting terrorism.
Boy, a lot of DUIs in there.
A lot of DUIs.
You guys drinkers from overseas.
And 200 to 300 college kids out there supporting terrorism.
Bye.
Stop tolerating this stuff. Go back. If you want to support terrorism, all right, fine. Go to the country where they have those activities. You can get the hell out of here. Like, I know that makes me sound like old man yelling at the cloud, but I'm totally old man yelling at the cloud because I've got one kid in college, another one's going to be in college next year, and I'm not trying to get lectures on foreign policy from these kids. I'm just not. Right? So anybody that's actually lived in the real world knows the United States, we have our faults. We're certainly not perfect. We can even do some embarrassing stuff from time to time. But if you want to come here and support terrorism, we have enough a-holes. We don't need any more.
And especially if your visa's already expired and you're participating in these pro-Hamas demonstrations. I'm Curly Bill in Tombstone. Well, bye.
Right. 100%. Miss Allison, hit me with a little legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
Crime. Punishment. Judges. Legal stuff.
Legal stuff.
We're brought to you by Window Nation. This month only, schedule a consultation and get 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get even... you can get them zero down, zero payment, zero interest for 2 years. 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Legal stuff. President Trump and U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, the artist formerly known as Judge Jeanine,
pervert,
criticizing the Washington, D.C. juvenile crime laws. They're calling for minors to be prosecuted as adults as young as 14.
Okay.
And locked up for a long time.
Good.
Pirro has been trying to get this rolling for a while. She says that the juveniles in D.C., they know what they can get away with, and sometimes they're even being paid to do heinous acts by older criminals because they know the juveniles are not going to get sent to prison. So this is a big problem, and she's looking for some teeth. It's a popular term we've heard lately. Some teeth to the laws in D.C. to where if you're a 14-year-old kid and you've got a pistol, you pistol whip somebody and carjack them, you should be tried as an adult. Anybody got an objection to that?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of bleeding hearts out there. Well, what kind of home life did he have?
Don't care.
By 14 years old, you know the difference between wrong and right.
Right.
And
I'm sure the dad wasn't there. The mom might be working, or the mom might be a crack whore. I don't know. Don't care. I'm sorry your origin story sucks.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with you.
I'm done with it.
More legal stuff. Delta and United Airlines could be facing federal class action lawsuits from passengers who booked window seats but found out there was no window on their actual row.
Oh, that sucks. And I hate it when, like, if I'm in the middle seat, the guy in the window seat shuts the window down. I got to have the window up. I got to look out that thing. And that would piss me off if I paid for a window seat and there was actually no window available.
The only time I've ever closed the window is we were leaving, I think, New Jersey, had a layover in New Jersey, and the sun was setting, and it was right there, shining right through in your face.
Well, yeah.
Closed it there, but opened it back up. Here are some people who are upset with windowless window seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. If you look out your left side windows, we're flying over the beautiful Golden Gate Bridge.
Unless you don't have a window.
That's right, Carl. And for those of you on the right side of the aircraft, you can see historic downtown San Francisco.
Unless your only view is a dark gray panel.
Yes, some of you have what we call a false window.
Dave, is that a UFO? Psych.
Good one, Carl. Well, folks, sit back and enjoy your beautiful flight to Seattle.
Hey, is that the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, Chewbacca's at the controls.
Boy, they didn't have to rub it in like that.
Right. If you pay for a window seat, I don't think it's asking too much that there's, I don't know, a freaking window there. Right?
Yeah. Again, sometimes like when you're on the ground, they put those windows down just because they want the plane to stay cool.
Oh, I get having it down, but not having it there at all. That sucks.
That doesn't make sense.
Like if you paid specifically, I want a window seat. I like to look out. I want to see the beautiful landscape of America as I travel. And it's just a panel. That stinks.
The most underrated seats on airlines are in the back on the aisle, next to the bathroom, next to the galley where the flight attendants make the drinks. I don't care that I have to wait an extra 5 minutes to get off the plane. If I'm choosing where I'm sitting, I'm going towards the back, sitting on an aisle, close to the bathroom, in case I need to go take a leak. And usually I can, chat up one of the flight attendants. They give me a free drink or something.
Right. Strike up a little conversation.
Underrated place to sit on an airplane.
I think you're right. And correct me if I'm wrong. Once they bring that cart back there, you're the first one served, too. Because they're going down the aisle, then they're going back empty.
Or if they're in a break or if they are, refilling again, you can just say, hey, can I, and I make the gesture with my hand.
Right.
Just can I get another one? And they're like, yeah, no problem.
So
half the time they don't even charge me.
When you have sat back there,
yes.
Do you ever try to talk Lynn's into the Mile High Club? You're right there.
Because she's usually up front with the kids somewhere.
She's in first class, and you're back there by the can. It's all fun and games until somebody that, looks like he's every bit of 400 pounds walks back there and just unloads back there.
That's the only problem is the proximity to the can, and somebody could definitely ruin your flight.
It was great. Had free drinks. I was right there. But then Chris Christie came by and smelled like he had just had, White Castle and warm Budweiser. Oh, good Lord. Matt Baer, what's going on?
All right, fellas, looking at the northeast side, eastbound 465 at Allisonville Road. Crash, left lane blocked, 30-minute delay back to Meridian Street. Inbound 69, stop and go traffic after 106 282nd. Eastbound 465 northwest side slows, 865 over to Meridian. Inbound 65, 7-minute delay, 29th to the north split. And southbound 65, 70 delayed 3 minutes because of slow traffic. North split to the south split. It is a construction zone. Eastbound 70 jammed Belmont to the south split, a 5-minute delay. Northbound 65 slow off Raymond up to the south split. That's construction. South side eastbound 465 stop and go traffic from I-69 over to Emerson Avenue and a crash on the south side. Southport Road at Harding. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through 6th. Kids 12 and under are free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
85 right now at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. A fun round of Are You Okay With This? That is coming up next.
Kids are heading back to school, and let's be honest, you're finally getting the house to yourself again, which makes now the perfect time to take care of that roof, siding, or gutters you've been putting off. And Moss Roofing is here to help. Moss Roofing has been helping Central Indiana homeowners for 34 years. They're family-owned, locally rooted, and known for doing things right every single time. Free inspections, honest advice, and top-quality work on roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. They treat your home like it's their own, and they clean up like they were never there. That's why they've got great reviews and a loyal following of happy homeowners. So don't put it off any longer. Let Moss Roofing check your roof, your siding, and your gutters to make sure they're ready for the winter ahead. For your free inspection, call 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is, are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Are you really okay with this?
Are you okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm pretty far from okay.
Are you okay with this? On the Hammer and Nigel show.
Oh, yeah!
A 40-year-old man in Connecticut was rescued after he got stuck in a playground slide that was meant for kids. It was one of those tunnel slides.
Oh, yeah.
Enclosed tunnel slides. The man was very uncomfortable because of the hot temperatures. It took firefighters around 30 minutes to set him free. I think we have some audio here. I don't know.
There's a drunk stuck in the slide.
Wait a minute. That's
Are you okay with this?
sounds like Parks and Rec. No, I'm not okay with this, because if you're going to be an adult on playground equipment, you have to be careful. And I practice what I preach. I am not too proud to admit I have done adult stuff with a young lady on the curly slide at the Beech Grove Park.
Good Lord.
And but you got to make sure you give yourself room, because you don't want to be in the position where you need help, because that's going to be the most embarrassing thing in the world. Take William Howard Taft, for example.
Sure.
Former president.
Great
right?
example.
He may have done a lot of great things, but the first thing you think about was his big, fat, pasty white rear end getting stuck in the bathtub. Maybe it's urban legend, maybe it's not. But that's the story we remember about William Howard Taft. He was so fat, he got stuck in a bathtub. And if you're going to be the dude that's trying to be wacky or weird or whatever the case may be, you cannot get stuck on the slide at a kid's playground. You got to be very careful.
What if he had a little guy with him and he was just trying to follow him down the slide?
Did he have a little guy with him?
I don't know. It doesn't say in the article.
That's a
It
no.
does not say in the article.
So if you don't have kids, first of all, unless you're there with the date doing what I did, it's a little weird that you're there. People start getting, creeper vibes
strange.
at the grown man playing on the playground slide. But if you're going through the tunnel, that's just ridiculous. You got to know your limitations here. But this got me going down a rabbit hole of thinking about slides, too. Remember when we were kids? Now, again, I am 47 years old. When I grew up on the playground, they would have the big, tall metal slide, and that bad mama jamma would just roast in the sun.
So hot.
And if you tried to go down that thing, it would burn your legs, burn your thighs, and like you would stick going down too. It was the absolute worst, and we did it time after time, Nige.
Going back to Taft, William Howard Taft, the 27th president of the United States, that was rumored to have gotten stuck in the White House bathtub. The story claims that he weighed over 300 pounds, was stuck in the bathtub, and required assistance to be freed, which involved butter.
He was so fat, they had to get butter to get him out of the bath.
His aides had to bring butter. I don't know if they covered him up or not. Was he sitting there in all his glory?
I would imagine the first crank was exposed to be seen. Yes, I'm sure.
In a related verifiable fact, Taft did order a custom oversized bathtub after the incident.
So there you go. See, that's the first thing I thought about William Taft. You can't be the guy that gets stuck in stuff like this. But let's go back to playground equipment when we were kids. More dangerous piece of equipment. The slide that was approximately the temperature of the sun when you tried to go down it.
Very steep angle as well.
There was the jungle gym, where if you were like me, you would climb up all the bars and you would stand on top of it.
Oh.
But if you slipped and fell, it's like Plinko. You hit every single bar on your way down to the ground. Or there was that thing that spins around, and everybody pushes it, and kids just jump off and barrel roll and break arms and legs.
Merry-go-round?
Merry-go-round, but you push it around, yeah.
So fast. That merry-go-round might be the worst. Yeah, you get that thing going, you're getting kids flying out of there at 20 miles an hour.
Right. It's like a twister, man. Kids are flying out. So hit us up on the YouTube chat right now, WIBC's YouTube chat, Twitter, Facebook, the Instagram. The most dangerous piece of playground equipment when we were kids. Let me hear it.
A teacher posted various people's tattoos with Chinese writings and translated what she saw. You see this very often. People, Americans getting Chinese symbols.
Cute 20-year-old girls, they get some sort of Chinese letters on their, lower back or on their thigh, and they think it means something profound.
Maybe a lot of these people got ink without knowing what they really say. Here she is. And you'll hear the last one is a person that actually got, quote, I don't know. I don't speak Chinese in Chinese on her. Here, just listen to her for a second.
解行仪犹有新天 gibberish 蟑螂 cockroach 冰箱 refrigerator 更失败 more failure 酱油 soy sauce 莫名其妙 odd 劣质霉 low quality coal 心笑爱 star laugh love 鸡汤 chicken soup 我不知道我不会说中文 I don't know I don't speak Chinese.
Are you okay with this?
I love it. If you don't know what you're getting, you just can't take somebody's word for it, because that's how you end up with refrigerator tattooed on your body.
Cockroach, I think I heard in there.
Chicken soup. Somebody has got permanent ink on their body, and they think it means some sort of profound Chinese wisdom, and it's chicken soup or refrigerator on their body. That's fantastic.
Are you okay with this? A hiker in California was rescued last Tuesday after he got stuck behind a waterfall for 2 days. Here's Captain of the Sheriff's Office talking about the victim's ability to survive.
He didn't have a wetsuit. He didn't have a dry suit. So being stranded in a waterfall for 3 days up in the mountains where our evening temperatures get low, our water temperatures are always low, his ability to survive was rather amazing.
Wow. Are you okay with this guy getting stuck? How do you get stuck behind a waterfall for 2 days?
Well, that's the thing. I have questions. So the sheriff there said he didn't have a wetsuit or he didn't have a dry suit. Well, what did he have? Was he in his birthday suit? Was he just naked? I don't understand. And how do you get stuck behind it? How did you get there? And could you not take the same way that you got there back out? Was he injured? Was he stuck in the water? I've got so many questions, but I do like a good waterfall. Now, I will say this. My parents, they went up to Niagara Falls.
Sure.
They thought it'd be a great trip.
I've been there, yeah.
Fantastic scenery. After about 10 minutes, and it was like we talked about yesterday, the Griswolds of the Grand Canyon, looking at it, okay, now let's go do something else. They were bored to death.
Wait a minute. They didn't get on the Maiden of the Mist and go into the waterfall and get in Niagara Falls? They just watched it from up top?
Right. They went to the Niagara
go to the
Falls.
Maiden of the Mist.
They had the scenic view over the balcony. They did all that. And then they were looking for restaurants. They were looking for things to do. Nothing there, man. Just, it's a boring-ass area, and they were ready to come home after like 2 hours. Where's the Outback Steakhouse? It's like what my mom would say. All right, let's do this thing. Let's light this candle. Caller roulette.
Oh, bad idea.
Whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the big meetings that Trump has had, you can do it. If you want to talk about the Colts quarterback situation, you can do it. If you want to talk about things you want to do to producer Allison, we're not going to do that.
Goodness.
We're not going to do that on Caller Roulette. We ask that you text that to 317-239-9393. But everything else, you can call, and to our ability, we'll try to respond.
Wonderful.
239-9393. This is a bad idea, but we do it every week. We call it Caller Roulette. It's coming up right after we take a look at the news with Jake.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What he has planned now. Mostly cloudy and 86 degrees on Monument Circle. I'm Jake McDaniel, and this report is brought to you by Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 5:31. President Trump met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other European leaders in Washington to try to end the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Zelensky is looking at the maps to determine what territories he might be able to concede in a peace deal. And the Europeans and the U.S. are talking about what kinds of security guarantees they can offer to Zelensky in order to help him sell that concession, that land deal, if he were to make one and bring that home to his country. President Trump, though, has ruled out that it would include American boots on the ground, saying that the Europeans are prepared to offer that, but the U.S. could serve sort of as backup.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich reporting. Trump says he started working to arrange a meeting between Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin, along with a trilateral meeting. People packed a West Perry Library hearing Monday, urging regulators for reliable electricity without higher bills. She was one of the people who spoke and shared her views with Wish TV.
Some people who work multiple jobs can't make it here tonight to make their opinions heard. So I think it's super important that if you can, please come, because companies like this, they just see numbers on a piece of paper.
Public comments are due by September 2nd, with more hearings later this month. Regulators will decide by March. Even though Hurricane Aaron is not expected to make landfall in the U.S., millions of Americans will still feel its effects. The storm center is forecasted to pass between the East Coast and Bermuda tomorrow and Thursday. This will bring high surf and rip currents to coastal areas from Massachusetts all the way down to the Carolinas. Aaron will be the closest to North Carolina Outer Banks Thursday morning. An Iowa man is now in federal prison after he went on a spending spree using his company's credit card, spending thousands of dollars on Pokemon cards. The Justice Department says Mitch William Gross also bought other gaming items for himself. This went on from September 2021 to October 2022. He is facing 4 months in jail and 3 years of supervised release. Indy Colts head coach Shane Steichen named Daniel Jones as quarterback to the start of the season. Colts take on the Miami Dolphins on September 7th at Lucas Oil Stadium for a 1 Eastern kickoff. You've got WIBC traffic with Matt Bear.
Inbound 65 stop-and-go traffic from 29th to the North Split, and westbound 70 is slow from rural into the North Split. Continuing to be a slow traffic situation on southbound 65 70 North Split to the South Split. That's a 9-minute delay because of construction. Eastbound 70 coming into the South Split from Harding. That's a 7-minute delay. And on the east side, southbound 465 stop-and-go from 70 down to Arlington. South side, eastbound 465 pocket. It's a slow from I-69 over to Arlington Avenue. On the north side, eastbound 465 slow from Westfield Boulevard to Allisonville Road. And inbound 69 stop-and-go traffic from 106th Street down to 82nd. Crash south side. This is Southport Road at South Harding Street. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now your forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
We're tracking a dry Tuesday night with lows falling into the upper 60s. Wednesday's a cooler day after experiencing several straight days of miserable heat and humidity with decreasing clouds. Highs will be in the lower 80s, but the muggy meter, unfortunately, will remain in the uncomfortable category. Temperatures remain near to below normal for your Thursday, with highs only getting into the lower 80s. There will also be plenty of sunshine to go around through midweek as well, with light winds. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Stephen Deanna for 93 WIBC.
I'm Jake McDaniel, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Buckle up. Anything can happen here.
Oh, hell yeah. Let it ride. Let it ride.
Hammer and Nigel present Caller Roulette.
Considering how well we do in the ratings, you would think we would have more common sense to do this bit. Because we can really throw our entire careers away by taking these unscreened phone calls.
Yes.
Screw it. What can you do? All right, Allison, do we have the dump button ready? Thumbs up. All right. If you're on hold, all we ask is you keep it clean and you keep it brief, okay? We don't have time for an 85-minute story. And I can't stress that enough because Charles is standing by. Charles, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Well, sure. To make a short story long, no, God bless you guys and Allison, all the media, the media mistress of all media there, and Gold Fever, Gold Colts. Okay, man, real quick, in line with all your bathroom humor, some friends of ours had been on a business trip down in Dallas, Texas. While we were down there at a nightclub, there's a country and western group called Asleep at the Wheel. Mm-hmm. They wrote a song back in the 2000 or so called Don't Go There. And what brought it on was the fact we talked about Ozzy Osbourne when he was in concert, actually in a drunken stupor, so the legend goes, went and relieved himself on the Alamo. Had you ever heard that?
I have not, Nige.
I've heard that Ozzy relieved himself on the Alamo when he was banned.
The country group's called Asleep at the Wheel, and it's called, the song's called
What does Asleep at the Wheel? What does Asleep at the Wheel have to do with Ozzy Osbourne peeing on the Alamo?
Well, they're a country and western group, and they wrote the only song about it. And Ozzy Osbourne gang tried to sue him because they said that they were actually Ozzy was banned from Texas after that.
Interesting.
He was for a little while, like 10 years or something.
Well,
like
I think it was all performance stuff. Remember the Alamo, folks. That's the main thing. But there we go.
Right on.
But,
Charles, thank you. We appreciate the P story. Nige, you okay over there? As soon as I said the phrase, Charles is with us. Charles, go ahead. Nigel looked like when the Colts finally just have that moment in the fourth quarter where the game's out of reach. There's a back-breaking pick six. Like his head went down. He seemed downtrodden.
I can't form words right now after that. Go ahead.
Chris is up next. Chris, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? Hey, real quick, point of personal privilege. Rob Kendall, you suck. 2, I wanted to say,
I like that.
How do we get your bosses to stop being such tight asses? Get you guys off from 6 to 7 because all we're hearing is your dumb asses over again, and get Tony Kennett back on and get him 2 hours instead of that measly 1 hour.
Well, Chris, fair enough. Point of privilege our way. Our replay hour at 6 is one of the highest rated hours of this station. We beat the brakes off of the Tonus. So I like Tony Kennett. Tonus is a good friend of ours, but Tonus doesn't want the smoke of what we bring, even in our replay hour. So it's a business decision. So there you go. Larry is up next. Larry, welcome to the big show. How are you?
Hey, I'm just having another pee commercial. Sooner or later, if you're a man, you're going to need a pee jug in your car or your truck. You just get ready for it. And another thing about Ron Kendall and Abdul, why do they hate Todd Rokita so much? And why do they hate the one Secretary of State? They're getting over. I think Abdul's jealous of Todd Rokita's money, really.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. Now, with Rokita and Abdul, Rokita once kicked him out of a press conference, and they've had bad blood ever since. As for Ronald Kendall,
Ron Kendall.
As for Ron Kendall, he hates everybody. So there's not a person you could say that I think Rob likes other than Bruce Springsteen.
The pee jug is in you guys' future.
Thank you very much for that transition there, Larry. Doug is up next. Doug, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hi, I'm calling you for legal advice. I figure it's cheaper than calling Abdul. I took my bride to Madison, Indiana to celebrate her anniversary. Went over the bridge into Kentucky and brought back 3 cartons of cigarettes.
Very nice.
Saved my receipts. So my question is, when I mail those to my state lawmaker and tell him the tax money they missed out on, am I breaking any laws bringing cigarettes from Kentucky back into Indiana?
No, it's not a banned contraband. Not at all. No, you want to drive across the state to get cigarettes or Mountain Dew or candy bars, you're more than welcome to do that. Weed
Gummies might be a problem, though.
Correct. Weed is a little different because it's not technically legal in the state of Indiana.
What kind of heaters are you sucking down there, bud? It sounds like you've been doing that for a while.
My wife does black Marlboros, and I bought her a 6-month supply.
Yeah.
So 3 cartons.
Dude, how much does a 6-month supply of smokes run these days, if you don't mind me asking?
It was $63 across the bridge as soon as you cross the river.
I've only heard of Marlboro Reds. There's black now. What's the difference between black and red?
I'm not a smoker. I don't know. She actually hides it and has one late at night.
Okay. Now, there may be a limit, I guess, I'm being told, on the amount of cigarettes you can bring across the border. But unless you're going full Smokey and the Bandit with, the snowman loading up the truck, I think you're going to be okay. Tom is up next. Tom, welcome to the Hammer and Nigel show.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon. You may need the sounder from Nature. You're scary. I got 2 things real quick.
Give me one. You get one, Tom. Come on, one.
I get one? Oh, I wish I could combine them. Okay, we had the raccoons in our attic for a while at our house. And the little stinkers, we finally got them out of there. But the problem we had with them, aside from the noise and all that, was it seems like they liked having sex about 3 o'clock in the morning. when we're trying to sleep. And boy, are they loud when they're having sex.
Can you maybe manifest or imitate what they sound like when they're in coitus?
Well, I think maybe we all have Allison do this, but I'll do it anyway. It goes on like that
That's
forever.
what it sounds like when raccoons have intercourse?
Yep. And they go at it.
Some more highlights for the montage on Friday, Allison. There you go. Yep, and they go at it.
I made that same sound this weekend myself.
That's what it sounded like coming from the Laskowski estate about 3 o'clock in the morning, ironically. Thank you, Tom. Joe is up next. Joe, let's go. What you got?
I think it's time to bring back, oh my God, it's Matt Bear song. Goodbye.
You got it. That is one of my favorite jingles of all time. Because if you remember, back when WIBC had the awesome top of the hour, alert. Oh, it was awesome, right? Then they modernized it a little bit, and it was a little bit more jazzy. And it sounded like they were saying, oh my God, it's Matt Bear. Like, and if you sing it over and over again, it gets stuck in your head.
Stanza.
People on the YouTube chat are now wanting I Hate Ron Kendall t-shirts. Coming soon to the merch store, I Hate Ron Kendall. Eric gets the last word here. Eric, go ahead.
Eric.
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on?
Hey, man.
How's it going, guys?
We're good. What you got?
I love the show. Just wanted to let you know. I wanted to talk about a local band called Trial by Fire. Can we do that?
Trial by Fire?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys like to gamble. You like having a good time, right?
Sure.
We're going to be down in Shelbyville Saturday at Capone's Speakeasy Lounge. And, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the casino.
Okay.
Are you inviting us?
Maybe we could get you guys to come down, have some fun with us at Capone's, and maybe hit the casino afterwards.
That's a possibility. I do like some live music, and I do like to hit the casino floor, man. We had a great time when we went down to Shelbyville and did our broadcast there, that game of the Pacers at the sports book.
Let's be honest. We're not going to go down to Shelbyville to this guy's band. Let's be honest.
We'll go to the casino, and
we'll meet you there afterwards.
Maybe if we get really drunk and we run out of money, we'll stumble into the music venue. Play Freebird!
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 Skinner!
Right. All right. Well, thank you guys for all of your calls. Abdul took some shrapnel.
Yeah.
We crapped on Tony Kennett.
Ron Kendall.
I Hate Ron Kendall. That's a pretty solid caller roulette.
Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield has the deals you've been looking for your next car, truck, SUV, or electric vehicle. And right now, during their Red, White, and New sales event, you will get independence from car payments with no payments for 3 months and enjoy your freedom in the new Ford F-150 Super Crew or Mustang with 0% APR financing for 48 months. At Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield, they're pros at servicing your commercial vehicles. From medium to heavy-duty F-Series trucks, talk to Andy Moore Ford, the biggest selection of Super Duties in the entire state. Over 175 Super Duty trucks are on the ground and ready for you and your business, and you can save thousands because Andy always gives you more. And with an expert team and a fast turnaround, they know how to keep your business moving. Talk to Andy Moore Ford today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford, M-O-H-R. I love Andy. AndyMooreFord.com.
Tired of using your Indy Summer to paint year after year? Then do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And right now, you can have that protection for 10% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey guys, are you always tired, but are you ready to do something about getting your energy back? You just don't have the time? Now Synergen X and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Just drop into one of their centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Hey, you can save even more time with their new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle.
So, guys, if you're always tired and ready to do something about it, if you're ready to get your energy back, but maybe you don't have the time, Synergen X and the Low T Center, they've got your back. Check this out. New at-home TRT. Personalized to you, delivered straight to your door, affordable treatment options. Always tailored to you. Customized. Book right now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIPC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.
Oh my God, it's Matt Bear. Nailed it, baby. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Look
Nice.
Inbound 69 crash at 96th Street. That's blocking the left center lane and causing stop-and-go traffic to 100 at 6th Street. Eastbound 465 slows Keystone Avenue to Allisonville Road. Inbound 65, 8-minute delay, MLK to Meridian Penn. Westbound 70, stop-and-go rural into the north split. Southbound 65, 70 delayed 6 minutes from the north split to the south split. Eastbound 70 slow to downtown south split from Belmont. That's a 4-minute delay. Crash south side, Southport Road at Harding Street. Crash State Road 267 in Brownsburg underneath I-74. It's causing a slowdown onto the interstate in that right exit lane. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Remember, if you see somebody wearing an I Hate Ron Kindle t-shirt, that is a Temu ripoff. It is not authentic. If you want the real McCoy, which also helps fight human trafficking in Indiana with Project Rescue, store.hammerandnigel.com. That's our merchandise store. Just type it into Google, Hammer and Nigel store. The tank tops are added, the V-necks are added, and we're growing that thing, baby. Get the H&N fan in your house, a little something, store.hammerandnigel.com. It's 85 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. And Nigel will say this for Stephen A. Smith. I don't always agree with him.
He's the big talking head on ESPN, right?
But I think he's entertaining. Like if CNN or MSNBC gave him a night show, I think that would be smart because he is a Democrat, but sometimes he says things I agree with, but I think he's entertaining. And here's what I'm talking about here. On his podcast, he's going all scorched earth on the last round of Democrat presidents, blaming them for the war in Ukraine.
We ain't gonna act like he caused this now. It's Democrats in office. It was Biden in office when a full-fledged war against Ukraine took place. courtesy of Russia's instigation, no matter what they try to say to Trump. It was Russia that invaded Crimea, and that was under the Obama administration.
Yeah.
It was Clinton in office when you made a deal that disarmed the Ukraine and therefore weakened them, leaving them dependent on the United States. And now here they are having to beg for support that they're owed because of what we promised them as a nation. We promised them this. You owe it to the Ukrainians. You absolutely do. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I like spending billions of our taxpayer dollars to them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is promises made are supposed to be promises kept. You promised them America.
Stephen A. Smith ripping the Democrat presidents.
What's going on here? Because, like, you never hear of guys like Tucker Carlson going out into the sports world and having hot sports takes. It's the opposite. Stephen A. Smith is a hot take machine, the highest paid ESPN talking head, millions of dollars. And on his podcast, though, he is espousing political views.
I think he just wants to grow his brand.
That's it. But it's just funny that you don't see it the other way around.
I think there's a lot more money to be made if you're a sports guy that can talk politics, because a lot of them can't. A lot of them are just morons. But look at Clay Travis, for example. He was a sports commentator.
Oh, yeah.
And he became a political guy.
Sure.
And now he's one of the most important
That's a good point.
conservative voices in the country. He's got the morning show with Buck Sexton, and I think, honestly, Stephen A. Smith, who just signed a massive contract, he wants a little bit bigger piece of the pie.
Expanding his brand.
100%. Do not go anywhere. Coming up next, one more hour of the Hammer and Nigel show. We call it the replay hour, but man, are the numbers great on this hour. So knock off all the crap. We're going to reset some of the best moments of the day. We're going to have a lot of fun. So do not go anywhere. Crack open a cold one, unzip the pants. Let's get this party started. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
So you got a bunch of money saved up for retirement. We're talking like over $200,000. Hopefully you haven't put that under your mattress or even invested it all in the stock market, because you have no idea what's going to happen with it. You could make a smart move here and get a 20% upfront bonus and a competitive return that's averaged more than 10% annually over the past 10 years.
Bill Demery, he's my retirement guy, wants to be your retirement guy. And what I love about Bill is that he breaks things down in a way that you can understand. The world of retirement, the world of finances can be complicated. It can be kind of scary. But Bill makes it make sense. And he can also grow your money. So set up that free consultation. Free. 317-648-5120. That's 317-648-5120. Bill Demery, your retirement guy, 317-648-5120. Call today.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving